Right up.
What up, woman?
Look up. Where's Todd?
Up here.
Oh, look at your new chairs. You got bougie chairs.
Shit. Why are we so dark? Let me see. That's Come on, I done lost the goddamn. And I'm so sick of AT&T fucking T. Whatever this is blowing up. They shit is fucked up, so they gonna fuck me up all day. crying. Oh, this shit's blowing me. Alright.
Good morning.
You be straight like fuck it, huh? I swear.
I will have to change my parameters. I can't get out the same way I used to. Maybe I'm old.
I hate when this happens. Now I gotta confuse the damn. Cancel. We don't want to do that. Damn. I knew I was gonna mess up.
You shared the wrong device.
Ugh, technology. Alright, I'll take that. And we just not gonna have a monitor for a minute, people. Again, how long has it been? Seems like a long time. Shuba, my baby. It seems like a mighty long time.
Ooh. Where it used to be. Ooh. Seems like a mighty long time. Shoo-bop, my baby. Ooh. Seems like a mighty long time.
Quit touching it.
I fucking hate. I gotta get the password. That's gonna drive me nuts all day. Don't sit down.
Today to be black.
Shine, shine. You're beautiful inside. Hey, rise up, rise up. Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Todd?
Maze!
Hey, man. I'm glad you decided to join us this morning, dog. You know,
Maze, it wouldn't be a day if I didn't see you.
it wouldn't be a day if you ain't show up late, man. Late. It's like, you know what
Maze, you don't know what happened on the express.
You know what excuses are? Tools of the incompetent. Used to build monuments and nothing.
Nothing actually happened on the expressway.
I know, man. It's like, you know what? I'm telling you. Well, I'm going to tell you it's backups, it's traffic because the city of Chicago is still on lockdown. We straight up locked down, man. I'm going to tell you what, this is the new normal, Todd. The new normal.
I don't like the new normal.
I don't necessarily care for the new normal myself, brother. I'm starting to feel like I'm locked down. I'm starting to feel like I'm locked down, like I can't move around, and I'm not really feeling that. But I'm gonna tell you what,
I'm pretty sure you'll be in either Montana or in a big condo on Michigan Avenue pretty soon.
You know what? Well, the big condo in Michigan Avenue won't really do me very good because, again, Todd, it's like with the big. It won't do me any good, I feel like, because you still can't move around downtown. Shoot, it's not.
No,
it's almost less safe downtown while you tripping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, look, let me do this. Y'all heard it in the background. I got to say what's up to the rest of the team. So, look, you know I got an attitude with you right now, but I'm going to be okay after a little while. It's like, you know, Cousin Juan is in the building. Juanito, you know what? You know what? You ain't been here. We ain't seen you in a minute.
I know.
It's good to see you. You got talking to the mic. You got talking to the mic. Pull it closer to you. There. Yeah. We ain't seen you in a minute. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I actually woke up on time.
You woke up on time today.
Yeah.
Well,
you texted me at 11 o'clock at night.
You knew where the studio was. She knew where the studio was. You can set your alarm. That's that black stuff. That's how the black people do you. They be like, what you really should have did was.
Should have did.
But the fact of the matter was, we hit you, but. Yeah, she bought donuts for you. Everybody was out. Yes, you know, Sonia was.
Oh, Sonia.
She's shady. It's all good though.
Why? Thank
hey,
you.
for that toothache, I'm gonna tell you, get the best cure for toothache if you ain't got a dentist. Penicillin and the 1,200.
Penicillin? Where you
gonna get penicillin from?
They sell that at the corner store.
Bro, I'm telling you. First of all, you can get anything you need, straight up. Let me tell you, you can go to the hood, and the hood pharmacist will make sure that you are straight. A penicillin.
I would be scared to take the penicillin.
No, it ain't penicillin.
Didn't you grow up in Bolingbrook? Why are you talking about the hood?
I mean, first of all,
I didn't say that.
I'm not tripping. I'm not. You know what? I'm not bugging out.
It was always in the white neighborhood.
That's right. We had books.
Shots fired.
That's right. Shots fired. We had books. It's all good.
We had books.
I mean, it's like, look. You know what? I can't see anything right now, but I tell you what. I tell you this week, this month, y'all, we are at 100. I'm gonna tell you. I am predicting that we are going to reach a half. Let me say, I predict before the end of this month we're going to reach 500,000 people. We are right now. I bet by the end of this show we're going to be at close to 200,000. That's on the analytics. We got real numbers, so no fake, no stunts. Hey, that voice you heard in the background, that is, you know what? It's the newly anointed program director / Big Ball. Man, Sonia came out with her notepad when Herb and 2 came out. Uh-huh. She was like, great show, guys, but let's have a seat. I just took a few notes. Let me let you know. So let me tell y'all what, we are getting it off. It is cracking. What's in it for the Black People Radio? Todd, did you see our you see our new screen back there?
I sure did.
You see that smoke? That morning smoke. My cousin. That was my cousin's thing. Not my cousin Juan, my other cousin.
Your other
You know, my
cousin,
other
yeah.
cousin. He was like, well, look, he was like, so we go, look, man, it's like, you know, I got tired of climbing up that ladder, putting up them banners, taking them down. So I'm like, look, we just might as well just switch it out. Well, you know what? I don't expect you. You got to take care of the tech. Sonia has turned into a technical genius right here. She was like, let me push this button right here. I think this will work. Hey, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, co-host Stroger. We got cousin Juan in the building, as well as Miss Sonia Escobar. Looks like we're all locked and loaded. So let's do this. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. We are up and away. Todd, first of all, I'm gonna go here. Did you see the mayor told everybody that she gonna put troops downtown? You ain't see that yesterday, like the
No, I missed that. She
David. Well, she didn't say nothing because she ain't came outside.
I saw the
David Brown, the
superintendent
super.
said, we have a plan this time.
This time. Okay. No. Well, it used to be. It used to be.
They scrapped everything from the past.
They scrapped everything from the past. They was too busy letting Karen kick Fred Waller to the curb.
Right.
And meanwhile, they done busted up. So anyway, I'm just gonna let y'all know that we should feel safe this weekend because they have a new plan. This time they have a plan, which means that they're inferring that they didn't have a plan before.
Right.
Yes? Okay. So, when they tell us that they sent 400 troops and they had intelligence, they may not have really had intelligence. They may have had a lack of intelligence, in my estimation.
They had intelligence. Somebody's son said, hey, Dad, guess what I saw on the internet?
Right. Dad, did you know everybody's mean downtown? All right, y'all. Can I take a moment to, first of all, to my beautiful and lovely wife, President Carrie K. Steele, to Miss Nidra Williams, to yesterday I missed DB Digby and the Woodlawn. I'm going to tell you all that the STARS program, the WVOM morning show Lions Den family has showed us tremendous amount of love, and I want to tell y'all to keep on supporting us. Those stars are going to be what puts us over the top and going to pay for Claire's tuition, Todd.
Oh, cool. She liked to stay in school.
All right, y'all. So we like, did we get this thing up?
You know what's funny? She said
What
something
she
about school last night. I was like, school?
School? Hey, man, it's
School
next
started?
week, bro. Next week. Next week school starts, man, and it's going to be crazy. Everybody's still trying to figure it out. All right, y'all, let's do this. Let's take a quick, let's take a quick break. And then when we come back, we are going to hit some of these headlines. Then I want to ask a question because yesterday somebody asked me this. He challenged me. Somebody challenged me and said that there are more black Trump supporters than I know. Besides Brother Patah, I don't think there are really very many open black Trump supporters. No, here's the thing. I want to say that I do believe that there are black Trump supporters that are not like Diamond and Silk, that are not like Kanye, that exist, that walk amongst us. And I think this is kind of, I want to talk about that, but that's going to be our social media question of the day. So look, let's do this. Let's get, you know what, y'all, the weather is 72 and clear. The high today, 84. It will be the low 69 degrees. It's 6:19, y'all. We'll be back in a hot minute. Okay, so I think now what I gotta do is deal with this exposure because I'm so black.
I was gonna say that. You need the contrast a little bit, you know. Can't you do the contrast?
I don't know how to. I gotta get somebody. Let's see.
Just brighten you up.
Oh, here.
Right.
That's a little bit better.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
This secure moment is brought to you by
Hey,
Assassination. Your
now it's too bright.
security guard.
Let's get Todd some light.
Every 23 seconds. Fire every 85 seconds.
Yeah, now you can't see your
Medical
screen.
emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, a secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergency response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. The first 10 callers receive a
Let's put the light on Juan's part, y'all.
Secure home
Shut up.
I'm gonna get
Y'all
you.
see, y'all shouldn't see how many times he had to light up this screen so you can see him.
Todd, you found that
He
fun.
playing with the brightness. He playing with brightness.
Right, hey man, I ain't mad. Like, look, let me tell y'all.
No, I think what's funny is that she's boxing it.
Did I say cousin Juan? Did I do it?
Who she is? What she?
Okay, we'll do it.
Okay,
Same program director. Okay.
I have funny friends. They like brush the back of your hair down. Where is it sticking up at? Is it still sticking up? I can't tell. I can tell this way. She loves me. What are you trying to do now? Did that get darker? The
Mhm.
dark screen?
Excuse me, Todd. Excuse me. It's like, boy, you are like the least aware. Todd be like, I'm in my own world.
No, my earphones are wow.
Tell her to turn them down. Tell her to turn them down. Tell her to turn them down. That ain't gonna stay. I wonder.
Get brighter yet?
Mm-mm. You enjoying yourself? Todd, like, I gotta be somebody on my team. He like excited to have somebody. He better be cool. Juan ain't gonna be here Monday.
He doing all that moving like you get brighter yet? Can they see you doing all this? Can they see you doing all this move? Maybe you. I was just saying. Sonia is like on her energy is like on 10. Because you have a glare. Were those right there always by your TV?
Huh?
Were those always by your TV?
No, this TV just came.
Oh, that's why.
What?
Your glare from your lights is glaring the TV.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to see how I can get myself. Here, let's do that. Oh, damn.
Right.
Shut up, man.
You know that's kind of what I did.
So then you should have been said that.
Well, I didn't know what you were doing. Then you've been maneuvering over there for a minute.
Busy making
I was
fun.
just asking, was this TV couldn't have been there because that's where your glare is coming from.
Mm.
Your lighting is actually the TV screen. See?
Yep, you're right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Question of the day.
So if you want it, you can make your screen a little bit, the black, I mean your Maze Jackson, you could actually make that probably a little bit lighter.
Lighter?
Well, because it's a little too dark now. Can you see it? Let me look on that. You've been playing on enough, but next time just try it with a little bit lighter. But it's fine. You can see it.
AM 1570 WBGX Harvey, Chicago.
Or we'll come back to where I was.
What is the auto generate like the wording coming from? Like
Now I want to be here.
can see your face now.
We gonna get one. You gonna pay. It's all good. Right, I'm gonna zoom in on them too.
You can zoom in on my hair, on my chin. That's just normal. That's called wisdom.
That's called age.
It's called wisdom. It's called
That's what your
wisdom.
mama
You
said.
can look- right.
My mama said these wisdom hairs because they keep growing back.
Right.
Oh, we could have put. All right. Let's do that. We'll fill that hole. Dang. Miracle. Yeah. That's gonna have to do today. I bet I
Can
probably
they hear
could've
me?
took it up.
Can
Yeah,
they hear me?
can.
Can y'all see Maze now? Can y'all see him?
Todd, you having fun over there?
He has wasted since it's 6:33. Can you see him? Let me know on Facebook Live if you can see him. Sorry for that day. So your group is called Awakened Bakers?
Wands.
What? Oh, I got just turned. I was just why you was on commercial.
We're good.
See, I only got
Just be centering that camera. You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Todd, Juan is over here making fun of me. She said they could see me now. Now you're a little dark.
That's all right.
That's all right. You know, you got your alpha going on today. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Sonia reminded me. Did I introduce you, Juan?
No. Well, you said cousin one.
Well, okay, but, you know, I think we got a new audience. And so...
Oh.
Well, so we do have a new audience, and so let's do this. Let's introduce everybody to Cousin Juan, who they may not know you, Juan, because you know we're in a new location now.
You are. I love it.
I love it too, actually. You know what I'm saying? We're having a little technical difficulty today trying to get me in focus because, you know,
Not
I'm
in
blue
focus.
black.
You blue black.
I'm blue black. It's all good, though. I don't mind being
Took
blue
about
black.
30 minutes.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying. Took about 30 minutes.
That's all right. We still got school books at our school.
Yeah.
Go Raiders. Collins. What's that? Snakes? What y'all?
we got street smarts.
You got street. Yeah, you need them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay.
Mhm.
Hey, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. That is Cousin Juan. You know what she is. Juan, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. For those that don't know what you do.
So One and Only is my company.
Okay.
We're basically a logistic production company.
You done fancied it up.
Yeah, I had to because when people say event planner, I respect all event planners that do like social events, weddings, and bar mitzvahs. I just don't have the patience, so I pretty much focus on consumer engagement, and festivals and things of that like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Juan, you do your thing. So Juan be like, she like world famous, y'all. She like super famous, and she is also the captain. Let me tell you, she is the captain of the Forehead Club of America.
Very proud of it. Look at that. Keep it very clean and maintained, and it's tan, you know. Smooth.
All right, y'all. Look, let's do this. Let's get through some of these headlines because I do got to get to the social media question of the day. Sonia, and then we're gonna open up the phone lines. I have not started the calls yet, so don't gotta go there yet. All right, real quickly. Terry Link was indicted, Todd, yesterday.
Saw that.
I think
Why you say Todd like I don't know who he was?
you know Terry Link.
I just Googled him.
Okay, see. so here's the
I used
thing.
to play golf with Terry Link. Really nice guy.
Terry Link, you know, he's a really nice guy until, you know,
The IRS comes up.
right. So, well, shoot, he's still good. It's just not The IRS
The
don't
mic's off
change
right
how we
now.
feel. Oh,
To
Lord.
turn it back
There
on,
goes
press
Google
the button on the
starting up
back of
again.
Google
We got
Home.
so much going on this morning. All this technology in the studio. It's like don't tell you, we got all this technology. All right, so now we got Also, let me see. Did you see the looting roundup? I was watching the news yesterday, and they are rounding people up while they're from looting.
You're right. They got
And it's like they're catching people.
Yeah.
So I guess my question now is, if they can catch all of these people, what's the deal with the murders?
Well, if you were
there we
looking
go.
at the news, the looters were like just walking in a store, look right in the camera, grab a few things.
They went
and
live
walk right
while you
out.
tripping.
Yeah.
Fools went live.
Yeah, right. Like, hey, look where I am. I'm stealing.
Todd's like, look at me, I'm stealing. Right.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm
that's right.
liberating these shoes.
Remember we talked about it. That reminds me of old boy. I'm sailing. What's Tennille's favorite movie? Bob. What about Bob?
Oh,
What about Bob? I'm sailing. All right, y'all. Plus, did you see there was 170 people out of 1,000 got charged with police officers have been charged out of the George Floyd. There's been 1,000 complaints since the George Floyd uprising. 170 charges have been brought up at COPA. I think that, interestingly enough, the thing that's going to happen is that this is going to really be an issue, Todd, when you're asking police to go out and help, when they are also being persecuted for, and I guess not persecuted, but prosecuted. So it's like Rashana Baldwin was yesterday on Chicago Tonight, and she was talking about the people spitting on the police officers and MFing them and all that stuff. And it's like, I'm just gonna tell you, you spit on me, regardless, it's on.
It's reflex.
Right.
Like, for real.
It's like,
that's just the most disgusting thing you can do.
I didn't want to
Spit
say
on
anything
somebody.
about the lady who lost her teeth, but
I
don't know too many people.
Okay, see,
I know that's true
yeah,
about that.
they're gonna be
Just
at
asking.
one house. They're gonna be at one house.
I'm just asking.
I know, that's okay.
I would have did.
I'm just telling you. Well, I just thought it was crazy that the only person that got slammed was the black person. Remember I told you that, Todd? Like, it's always the black person.
Well,
no,
I mean, I wasn't there, but from just what we could see, she was the one who was like, I'm gonna go right up here in your face and start talking to you. I don't think everybody else was like, they were like, yeah, I'm gonna stay 3 feet back,
Right.
so you can't reach me.
Right.
you know what? You might be right there.
Yeah.
Bro. You might be right. I think that they have I feel like people think. This is what I think. I feel like people think like you can't get it. That's
how they feel. Like, you can't touch me.
Like, you can't touch me, and if you touch me, then I'm going to tell, like, it's a badge of honor almost that they got touched up.
Yeah.
And I am concerned, in my estimation, Todd, that people they think that the win is to provoke the police officers. I don't know if we're looking at the right premise of what a win is here.
Yeah, I think you got a point.
Right. I just think that they think like, man, I'm finna go out here and show these cops, and in the process, it's like, no.
Right.
I don't think that's the way. I don't think that they necessarily garner support or sympathy for their cause. But I'm gonna stop. Did you see the weed lobbyist? I can't remember her name, but we're gonna come up with it. You know her? Travian?
Travian, yes.
You know her?
Yes.
Okay. Is she buck like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No shame. Like, she will come for you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. When we come back, I mean, not when we come back, but at 8 o'clock, I'm going to talk about this fact. Is it time for us to take the gloves off with the elected officials? Because I do believe that they think they get a pass. They think it's all good. And I think they're not in line with where the people are. I think...
I talked to a lobbyist, this is kind of, maybe, not a lobbyist, a lawyer off, and they said that they thought that the thing with Toy Hutchinson was too far reaching.
Wait, what she said? What the girl said?
What you told me, that she wouldn't be able to work and her family couldn't be involved.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all far-reaching, but I think it's the white boys protecting their stuff. They knew what they was doing when they wrote the law. Somebody said they can't never, not you, not your mama, not your mama's mama, never throughout perpetuity participate in cannabis. And I think
he doesn't think that'll pass the test of
the Constitution.
The justice, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Who's the person that's going to take the lawsuit to say, hey,
ACLU?
Okay, well, that's interesting.
That's
I think it's
my
going to
guess.
be funny to watch ACLU fight to make sure that black
They have
legislators.
fought for so much strange stuff. That's their thing.
Just think though. Think about when you're a black legislator and you fight to get rich for yourself, and the black people still ain't got no damn license.
But he also thought that the Black Caucus got hoodwinked too.
Were they like maybe smoking weed when they wrote it? Like the black people that
Shoot, I don't know.
were they smoking and but they were smoking that one. No. Some of them make you very lazy. Some of
Juan, are you
some
speaking
make
from
very
expenses? Are you speaking from experience?
lazy. No, I only used to smoke like once a year.
What day?
July 4th.
Well,
Before I got really involved with the Juneteenth. So I may do it then too.
All right, y'all. Trump admits he's weakening the post office. The post office was already weak. He is just putting the death knell in that bad boy at this point.
I never had trouble with I'll just say things aren't going well at the moment, and she's relatively new, but we never had problems with the post office.
I'm gonna tell
How do
you.
you know if you haven't gotten it? Maybe you didn't get the mail that you were. Did you get everything?
Todd get his check. He like, as long as that check.
Yeah, right.
No, seriously. You know that's what people mad about, and I'm saying y'all need to get electronic deposit. You'll be happy on the first day of the month.
I thought we had too much mail. I was like, what is all this stuff?
Right.
Stop getting
I
rid
still
of it.
enjoy getting my mail though.
We check the mailbox like once a month.
Really?
Really, and then we be like, we done missed weddings, birthdays.
I enjoy
Even we
mail.
done we went in the mailbox one day and got it was checks in it. Like people
Wow.
send us cards for our wedding and all type of stuff and anniversary gifts. It was like, man, we was like, dang, the checks, we can't even cash these checks, man, because you don't cash a black person check in a month. They be mad in
You
a
have to
month.
call them and say,
I
"Can I
gotta
put
still
that
put
check
this in
in?
there,
I
gotta still
just
put that
found
check
it."
in, right? Did you see that the Asians sued Yale?
No,
and
I
won?
didn't see that.
The Asians sued Yale and won.
And they won.
And they won. Asians and white people sued that they have been discriminated at Yale and Harvard. They are not
And
able to
they
get
shouldn't allow that many black people
Yes.
in? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
I
didn't even
ask
see
your
the
girl.
story.
Ask your girl what she think about that.
She
and her
won't be happy
cousins
with
and-
that, I'm
Really?
sure.
See, look, that's okay though. That's okay. You think she gonna tongue lash them? You think she gonna say something to them? She gonna be like, shoot.
No, Yale has so much power, she won't say that.
Okay, right, exactly.
Who is she y'all talking about?
Your girl Kamala, the Asian. Yeah. All right, look, you fell into that one.
I did.
You walked
I'm
right
like,
into that.
who is she?
Who is she? Yep. You like, I know you probably gonna be coordinating all the Kamala stuff. Look, she like, dang, they got me. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm gonna move on to the social media question of the day. Juan, hand me that phone right there.
Which one? This
That
one?
right there. Yep.
You want me to
hand me that
unplug
phone.
anything?
Nope. Actually, no. Just hand it to. You know what? You can.
Okay.
Hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up the phone lines. Because I want to ask this question. Yesterday, y'all know I tried to go through all of my comments every day. It gets very onerous on some days because it's so many, right? And so what I wanted, but when I was going through the comments yesterday, somebody challenged me and said, Maze, I bet if you open up the phone lines and call and ask, are there any black people that are supporting President Trump, you'd be surprised. I want to know. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to open up the phone lines. I'm going to ask you to give us a call. 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. I want to know, are there any black Trump supporters out there that aren't crazy? Right? And when I say that aren't crazy, that aren't the Diamond and Silks of the world, aren't the Kanye West of the world, people that you can easily call crazy. Are there black people that would actually support President Trump? Now, I'm going to tell you, I actually think there are.
Oh, I think there are.
And I don't necessarily think that you have to be a sellout to support President Trump.
Me either. I think just off your meds.
And you, Todd, you could say that. You might feel that way. And I'm going to give you the opportunity to say that. But I want to talk to the callers. Here's what I want to do. I got to get these. Oh, don't let that go.
Okay.
I want to talk to the What's in It for the Black People listeners. I want you to hold on. I'm trying to get the phones working. So I want y'all. I'm gonna do this. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna tell you a little weather, which is it is right now 73 and sunny. The high is 83. The low is 69. The time is now 6:47. When we come back, I'm going to ask the question, the social media question of the day: are there actually black Trump voters that are not crazy? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. We'll be right back.
The Lee Jackson Show will be
Okay,
back.
I'm sorry. Guys, I was trying to do this on the fly.
Oh, I see. Hey, Alicia, China do. I see you.
Thank you for calling Collins Included.
Let's see.
I want to get to know your neighborhood. And
Enter your 6-digit
Let
PIN
me look
number.
on here.
and I want to serve every man, woman, and child in the state of Illinois.
Welcome,
They vote
host.
for me.
You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Collins Studio web
You need
interface.
that other one in, or we got it?
One.
You
Set
wanna keep
that
it over
phone
here?
Back over there. Yeah. Keep it away from the interference.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Somebody said, do not tie up the phone line. That's your friend. What's his name? PTA?
Patah.
Her brother
They
Patah.
said don't. He,
stopped.
Felicia, we'll give him.
He and the other three people
we'll
he
give him
knows.
like, Patah, you might want to like write it down what you want to say. And it'll be like a minute.
Pretending that I knew.
Hey Jane, how are you?
And you knew me too. Boom, boom, boom.
Brandon
Boom,
Strong.
boom, boom. And just like a Ronnie, you were too shy. But you weren't the
Oh, my cousin
only,
Henry. Hey,
'cause so
cousin Henry.
was I.
In
And
Memphis.
You ever since how I build up my confidence.
Hey, Vince Bass.
Next time you come my way, I know just what to say. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. I started to write you letters 'cause I wanted to be more clever. I wanted to get down and sweet talk you. Yeah, yeah, baby. But just like a baby, I could not talk. And I tried to come closer, but could not walk. And I drink of you every night. How I just could not get it right. Oh, if we ever closer again, I know what I'll say. Then can we talk for a minute?
I know Todd all bored sitting up in his phone. He ain't even singing. All three people singing. He's sitting up there just in his phone.
I'll get mine. I'll get mine in before it's
You gonna
over.
get yours in? Somebody on there was like, Todd, get in.
Your name. One more chance with you again, and I will not let it Oh, please give me just one more chance. Love, can we talk for a minute? And I wanna know, can we talk for a minute? Baby, can you come and talk to me, baby? Come on and talk to me, baby. Say I wanna know, I wanna know, I wanna know your name. Can I talk for a minute? Come on and talk to me, baby. Baby. Come on, baby. Thank you.
Talk to me for a minute.
Oh.
Oh, she jamming.
Do, do,
Alright,
do.
I can't catch up with Sonia. My body don't wake up till about 8 o'clock. I get it in then. She is. She.
Uh-oh, look at Todd.
Yes, Sonia energy is on point. Somebody said, Todd, hit your part. Right, Cassandra. You see, I'm like mumbling sometimes. I don't know.
Free of the world. Love your smile.
I
Love your smile. I wanna be free. Free to free. So is the pain. I'm gonna put that in.
Charms in a way, cause I love your smile.
You love that Todd jumped in now.
I know, right? Just my seat.
Hey,
I love your smile.
There's these bougie chairs, but they do. They are comfortable. Somebody said I'll take 200 worth of what Sonia's having.
My world.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is what's in it for Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for Black people in the world.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger in the building. Plus, my cousin Juan is in the building. Let me tell y'all what. Take that down some a little bit, just a little bit. I am asking the social media question of the day. Are there any actual Black Trump supporters who are not crazy? I think there's a lot of people that come out that are for Trump that, you know, like you point out, you draw a circle. I think, like, I feel like there's this place in the world that if you is there a possibility that there's anybody that can find something positive in Trump? Or I'm still not exactly 100% sure. Exactly.
You know the story.
Hold on. Let me finish.
The story you were talking
Hold
about
on.
earlier, the
Hold-
Asians and the who's the other group?
Mhm.
That's the Justice Department that's suing on behalf of the Asians and whatever that other group. I
Same
forgot
thing.
already.
Same.
Oh, white people.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna give you that. Give me a call. Is there a such thing as a Black Trump supporter who is not crazy? I watch, and this is why I'm gonna say this. I feel like I watch a lot of the social media commentary, and it is like you are the ultimate race traitor if you say that you are voting for Donald Trump, especially if you're black. I think white people have just learned to be quiet, and I actually think, just like last time, people are just quiet, right? I think that also
There's no expectation for white people to not vote for
a white person,
a white supremacist.
Okay,
Right.
so I got you, and I don't necessarily think that Joe Biden's history has been that favorable to black people. I think he got a rewrite. Even when he was talking about, I remember when he did the whole, he's black, he's articulate, he's blah. I just think like,
Right.
so for me, it's one covert white racist versus one, and
See, Joe Biden is like, he's that guy who, when he gets to the party, he knows everybody. You're like, dang, how come he know that thug? Dang, he know the rich people. Trump is the guy who comes to the party and he hangs with the white college kids, and then every once in a while he says, see that black guy over there? My dad gave that guy a job once.
I always think like when all the black people who used to be like, man, I'm down with Trump, right? I remember when Trump being on the Method Man album was a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when Trump was
Rich. People like rich people. I learned that a long time ago.
Okay, so
And power.
Yeah, they like power too. He was, I remember that.
okay, so give us a call. 872-259-7474. Sonia, let's go to the live lines. Bring the calls up. I am going to. Are there actually black Trump supporters who are not crazy? I'm gonna go to the live line. Let's start with Frank. Frank from the West Side.
Frank,
morning,
make me
brother, man.
proud.
Good
West
morning.
Side.
Good morning, Frank.
Good morning.
And that beautiful new face sister, how you doing, my sister?
Hey, I'm
Thank you
beautiful.
welcome.
Hey,
Thanks for coming on with us.
Thank
She's
you.
a pretty sister, man.
And I'm a West Sider.
And she didn't even have books in her school.
Hey, it's all right. Street smart.
Okay, go ahead. Come on, talk to me, Frank. I gotta go to break. So tell me what you gotta say.
Hey, real quick, of course, you know what I'm saying? We're all going to have some people. It's in their nature to go against the grain. And you could take us all the way back to slavery. We had slaves back there. Oh, what's better than what we got here now? You know what I'm saying? We had slaves try to talk Nat Turner than what he was doing. Come on, to segregation. We had black people that had no problem with Jim Crow. Even Booker T. Washington himself was saying we shouldn't focus on it. We should just focus on economic gain and just leave social equality alone. But W.E.B. Du Bois said, well, we'll just see about that because we won't vote. Okay? The thing is, you know what I'm saying, people something going to naturally go against the grain. And as far as I'm concerned, anyone technically that votes for Donald Trump is crazy. But I know what you're saying, though. But it's no problem. So what? There's way more of us that know this guy has got to go than these knuckleheads that just it's in their nature to go against the grain. And last thing, just one more last one. Remember how we was kids in school and the teacher was taking roll and everyone else was answering here, Johnny here, John here, and all the rest of the kids are waiting to see who that one kid gonna be that's gonna answer. Not here, but that was the oddball. Remember that?
Yep.
That was the oddball. We knew that person was the oddball. So it's no problem. Big deal. We're gonna run them over too.
All right,
Thank you guys.
all right,
Thank
man.
you.
This is the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after a couple messages.
AM 1570, WBGX Harvey, Chicago.
Threat to Illinois citizens from Washington is health care costs and policies. Senior citizens have their
I'm in
Social
space.
Security reduced from
Got
Medicaid.
some hot
And
jokes.
some
Look
of our
at you.
senior
You look at
citizens
you. You can see
live
yourself.
on $3
Oh, we
a
can
week
see you.
for food allowance. Working families are facing bankruptcy.
Yeah, I'm about to get a swipe on that bad boy.
Drug prices
I'm gonna turn the
require
camera on.
decisions
I'm
between
gonna
food
I'm
come.
coming just for you today.
I'm gonna give me a left swipe on you. All right, y'all. This is
Was Collins something before it was Collins?
I was always Collins.
Oh, they built it.
Is it still there?
George
Oh,
Collins.
yeah, George Collins.
They
yeah.
still got Colin?
Not the high school, but the high school's still there. It's okay. They don't want, too many good people came out of there. They ain't want,
Right.
too
You
many
right.
more,
Right here.
Come on, man. You're telling me that you love me. Girl, that you know that you belong to another guy who loves you. You are so. You are mama. With the things you do.
Your page, everybody be having like a full conversation with everybody. That's kind of cool.
Things you do.
It's Friday. What y'all doing on this COVID weekend? That's what I want to know over here on Facebook. What y'all doing? Oh, it's now Collins Academy.
Academy. Ah! You gotta have certain qualifications to be an academy.
Exactly. That's why they upgraded to Academy, because it's nothing but good people come from there.
Sounds so fun. You blow my mind with the things you do for me. Jesus, things you do for me, girl.
You still got that milk coffee, huh?
Right.
That is not coffee. That is milk.
Know what to do.
The milk with a dash
Got
of
me
coffee.
so
Exactly.
confused.
Exactly.
You're not mine.
The lady Constance said
You're not
her weather report. She did a weather
But
report. Somebody said, "How do I wait till Friday to grace us with your crazy?" First of all, Maze don't be communicating.
Ooh, what am I supposed to
I
do?
text Maze last week to confirm. He ignored me, and then I texted him on Monday, and then he said, "Oh, I forgot." So don't just blame. It was raggedness of communication.
Know what to do. So into you. You blow my mind.
Artie said Sonia played something that Todd knows, like anything from Hall and Oates.
Wait, who said that?
Artie
would not be lying. Hey, I don't mind being.
Look at wine on the Zoom.
Most well-rounded.
You on TV.
Oh, I should put on lip makeup. Oh, look at my little moles. They look so cute. Yes, Constance, you did good on the weather. And knowing Maze, he might got an iPhone. The weather be off on that. People send you stars. Beulah sent you 2,980 stars.
Woohoo!
And then she sent 52. She sent twice.
Focus.
They will all know us. To the seat. Don't let no one put you down. I ain't no creator, baby. Shine, shine, you're beautiful inside. Hey, rise up, rise up. Whoa, don't you know you can? Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. That's right. It is 7:06 this morning. You are on your way to work. You got 54 minutes to get there. But you know what? I think they opened up the roads. I think that everything is not blocked off no more. This is the 7 o'clock hour. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. You can listen to us on WBGX 1570 AM. You can also check us up on TuneIn. You can get the TuneIn app. You can watch us on YouTube as well as Facebook Live. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Hey, y'all, I want to ask the social media question of the day. I'm a little bit off, but it's all good. Social media question of the day. Are there actually black Trump voters that are not crazy? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I think that if you are a Trump supporter, you're nervous. Well, let me not say you're nervous. You're just not going to say it out loud.
I agree with that. But I think the one thing I ask, and maybe y'all, since you all in politics, how, to me, it seems like this president has used his executive power more than any other. And some of the stuff he does, I didn't even know the president had power to do.
Like what?
Like the money he gives, like the money he's been given. And then he put his own name on the check.
He's the president.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, to me, who don't watch politics like you, I can't name him, like, one by one, but he's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do, and he just does it.
Well, that's because some of the stuff he can't do. He says, I'm going to do it, but he can't actually do it without Congress.
Gotcha.
So, I hear you on that, except for the fact that a lot of stuff is, I feel like the president knows, how do I say this? He knows how to force you into a bad argument. Right? Mm-hmm. So when he canceled student loan debt, whether he had the ability to do it or not, be the Democrat and say, I want everybody to pay their student loan debt.
Right.
Right?
Right.
If you say, man, so here, like, I feel like with the criminal justice reform, like, we talk about the First Step Act. We talked about getting people out of jail, right? Mm-hmm. Who have been crack sentenced. That happened, right? He signed it. I guess my feeling is that I don't specifically know, and I think Todd gave us one. He said the Justice Department, but I think it had to be some Asians and some other people. And this is a fight that's been going on not just since Trump. It's been going on since Bush. It's been going on since, like, George Bush, and W and all them who Michelle hugged on was all part of this same thing. Mm-hmm. So stop it. Mm-hmm. He ain't like a new white dude. He's just a more boisterous white dude.
Right.
Now, I am asking, what specifically has Trump done to hurt black people? And I'm not suggesting that he hasn't. But I feel like we refer to Charlottesville. I feel like Charlottesville, they did not say the blacks will not replace us. They did not. They were talking about somebody else. I feel like when he talks about immigration...
Yeah, they're all for black people, right?
No, I'm not saying they are.
Okay.
I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying... Shoot! Black people ain't for black people.
We do like to fight each other.
Right, okay, so don't tell me about what Trump... So I'm asking, without emotion, what has Trump done to hurt black people specifically? Now, before I do that...
You're not talking about, like, housing rules and stuff like that.
I mean, maybe. Give them to me. You know what I'm saying? Help me. I'm not tripping. I'm saying help me. I am suggesting that just like when we did the thing about when he said no suburban, he didn't want no suburban.
That was crazy.
It was crazy until you looked at every black person's timeline who lived in the suburbs and was like, we don't want no more Section 8.
Right.
Oh, that's Bolingbrook talking.
Right.
No, that's not Bolingbrook talking.
I don't think that was Collins talking. That was Bolingbrook.
No. You know what else was talking? Chatham was talking. Right. South Shore was talking. Harvey was talking. Every neighborhood that has been populated heavily with Section 8. And I'm saying,
you know what this goes back to? American Pharaoh.
I agree. Okay, so here's what I'm asking. I am not tripping.
I don't have exact examples of what he's done. I think some of the things that he says allows, like, you to see a lot of more white people being more bold and like some of their racist acts. I don't think that I can't name anything. It's too early in the morning for me for that. But and I didn't Google before I came here. But I just think like some of the things he says, I just looking like, did he really just say that? And then it's like quietly I'll look at some of my white friends' pages and see how they comment on it. And so I think it's more of his narrative that he puts out there allows for, to me, more white people for them to be okay with their racism.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have that.
I'm say ditto.
And I'm going to say that I'm just gonna say that to me is what I feel like it is the March of the Penguins, right? I heard up at the front of the line that he did something to. I'm still
a good movie.
I'm just saying it's a great movie. I'm suggesting that when you talk to most people who got all of this, who are vitriolic as all, they don't necessarily, they just know they're supposed to be anti-Trump. That's why Madigan, in the midst of thefting every single person in the state, says Trump, and everybody like,
yeah, there's only one president, and so they get all the attention.
So here's all I'm asking: as we continue, y'all got time to Google. Y'all got time to internet. Y'all got time for people.
Are you giving me an assignment?
No,
Oh.
I want y'all to be factually based. So I want you to take some time because I'm asking. Has anybody? I want to know what has he done specifically against two black people to hurt black people. I want you to tell me now. I'm saying, Todd.
Not something that he said. Something that he's.
I want it. You're right. I mean, I'm saying, yeah.
Because like the shooting, we started looting.
I'm saying, I think Lori Lightfoot, I mean, she said she ain't want no help. So now we can't go down to. I'm just telling you, if I was at the old place,
I'm okay with downtown people experiencing what we've been
see.
From
I'm with it.
South Side for a long time. So for me, I think they're getting a taste of what we've had since I was born.
Yeah,
so
but
I'm not really tripping on that.
Okay, so I'm not tripping either. I said Remember I said. We always, when I told you, remember the white people said, well, why do they always tear up their own neighborhood? I was like, now what are they doing over here? All right, let's go to the live lines. All right, let's go. I want to know, are there any black Trump supporters, black people who are supporting Trump, who are not crazy? Right?
So I guess that means, so why? You have to have a good reason, don't you?
I mean...
Well, yeah, they just can't say I support him. I mean, I'm crazy.
I mean, you don't have a good reason. You haven't given me a good reason yet as to why not.
Well, when you say...
I was trying to hold back.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, I'm saying. Y'all gave me no facts. You just said, you supposed to dislike.
I don't like the things that he says. Like, to me, the thing that come out of your mouth is what...
I didn't like what George Bush said.
I
ain't like what... Right. I ain't like what a lot... Who did you like what they said?
As far as who a president? I really didn't listen to many of them until Trump.
Ding dong. All right, okay, so let's go to the live lines. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Are there any black Trump supporters who are not crazy? All right, y'all, let's go to the live line. Let's go. Okay, now before you start this comment, you have to say hello to Todd. Now, Byron, don't be calling up here dissing. Because Byron
didn't want to say hello to me, but he wanted me to answer his question.
Byron, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What's up, brother?
Good morning, Todd.
Good morning.
Good morning, Todd.
What am I chocolate?
Byron, you didn't say hi to Sonia. You didn't say hi to Sonia.
And Sonia too, yeah. Good morning, Sonia.
Good morning. And don't forget my cousin Juan.
Yeah, I said one. I said one too.
Okay.
And even you, Maze, too. I'm not gonna ask Todd any questions today because I don't want to get cut off. Okay. But here's the deal. You keep asking these people in the studio, what has he done to hurt you? And they can't find a damn thing to say.
I agree.
Even Todd, educated as he is, he's been around the world
I've
twice,
been
probably.
interrupting Maze all day. I wanted him to get his thought out.
Wait, who is this from?
This is Byron.
Byron, I said when I have not woke up, I did not know this was going to be a question, and I have not moved. I wasn't prepared.
If you got here on time, you would have been. That's okay. That's what you was talking about, the black guy in the camera. All right, Byron. See, but Byron, this is my point.
But Juan, tell Juan this. When
Juan
Macy's
can
finally
hear you.
leaves out of Walter Towers and all those stores downtown close up, we'll see how much taxes you're gonna pay in your bill when the bill comes in. When those stores start leaving out of Michigan Avenue, you can see why you want those stores down there. So you want to say, go ahead and ransack and tear them down?
Oh no,
You
I'm
can
not saying.
feel
I'm
the
not
effects
saying
of
that.
it.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that for years I've looked at abandoned buildings. I've looked
I
at
agree.
things not being done in our community, and I'm not saying it's right either. I'm just saying it shouldn't be two tales of one city. It should be both. Everything happens.
Burn it all down.
Like that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying any of it is right.
You're gonna feel the consequences of it, though. You see, that's your problem.
I felt the consequences. I'm from the hood. I done felt it my whole life.
Go ahead,
You
Juan.
can feel more because the downtown area.
I don't need to feel it more. Downtown don't do
Money
nothing for me.
producers.
I put most of my money now in my black neighborhood.
I heard that. Hey, Byron, I'm gonna tell you though, we still ain't heard nobody say why not.
But Maisie, before you go on,
Go
let me
ahead.
tell you, but I'm a Trump supporter. Do you know why I can come out and say it?
Why?
Because my friends can't say it. I have a lot of friends who are going to vote for Trump, right? They can't say it because they don't want to lose their job or they don't want to get beat up. I do carry my Glock every time I go out. But anyway, I stopped wearing my hat, though. I stopped wearing my
You
hat.
can't wear
Wise.
it.
That's wise.
Hey man,
I stopped wearing my hat because I don't want to get in any confrontation with nobody. The outlook's gonna be bad for them.
Hey, Byron.
But anyway, I've never made so much money in my life in these last 3 years. Okay, I do trade stocks on the side. You know, I'm a landlord too. Because I'm a hustler. I'm like you. It's all about the economics. Put in money in your pocket to do the things you want to do. I remember a Seabuck. Seabuck didn't have their gas on. I spent thousands of dollars to keep their gas on. When Boykin was running, I came on your show and told you I'm for Boykin. I'm a Dorothy Brown supporter. Any black person that's doing positive things like you are, Maze, I am for them. But just talking and not doing anything, I'm not for you.
thank you, Byron. I'm gonna tell you, Byron, that's my man, Byron.
Byron, I do stuff
They
too.
pay me to talk.
Byron.
Right. You was talking.
Well, you ain't saying the right thing.
Just saying,
I got
maybe
to
do
check.
something. We do stuff too.
I want to know: are there black people that are supporting President Trump that are not crazy, like average, like not a celebrity, not Diamond and Silk, not people that are like
My aunt's she's an average person in Georgia, and yeah, she voted for Trump last time. I
She vote-
suspect she'll vote for him again, but as my sister said, she hasn't been as vocal about it.
I think you can't. I'm telling you, I feel like deep. Okay, so I have no facts. So this is not factually based, but I am telling you that I always go back to that moment when I was in in Louisiana. We were at WEFTEC, which is a giant water convention with Kerry, and it was all a bar full of engineers. And there was the engineer, the bartender, myself, and another engineer
Who were
got.
black?
No, it was white, black, white.
Oh, okay.
I was the black guy, but you know I like to
I
talk
figured
to
it out.
So right. And I remember we got like into the conversation and one mentioned Trump and like did it like in a super like Trump. Right? And it was like and it was like the bartender kind of gave them the wink and they kept and I was like, now you know this is before everybody gets there. So it's like three of us and I'm like, you know, you go ahead and talk about it, let's talk about it. I was like, and so we started talking about it, and they, like, man, it was like, when I took the gate off, they was like, I mean, man, we need Trump. I mean, he says crazy things, but I'm just telling you, we need him to get the country back together, and I'm telling you.
No, you know what that code is. We need to get the country back together. We need to get the country back to white folks.
Right.
No, I'm not tripping. Hold on.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you. So I'm sitting at the bar, you know, I'm talking. So now they done got comfortable. I done spread out some tequila shots. We having a good old time, and the bar starts to fill up. And it's all these engineers, and I mean, they got money, they doing their thing. And the Trump conversation comes
I'm
up.
surprised the engineers don't make as much money as I thought they would.
Depends on which
Which
one you're
one
talking
you
to.
talking about?
you talking about the black
Right.
ones. The white ones, they kill.
They
Now,
kill.
I'm gonna tell you. So it was like all the people in the bar were watching the conversation and would say not one word. And they slowly drank their beer, and you could see nods, and you could see, and when they saw that I wasn't like, "Grr," it was like, can I buy you a drink? Can I buy you a drink? You know, he's not, I mean, he's,
Maze is a fellow traveler. That's what they used to call him in the war. He's a fellow traveler, collaborator.
I'm gonna just tell you, I think the thing that, you know, I'm a natural contrarian, right? I think Frank hit me a little bit, right? He hit me just a little bit. Like, I am going to be the left guy, right? Right, left, I'm going to be that guy. However, I just feel like black people need to, like, I think black people, I would love if everybody did whatever they wanted on election day, and if Joe Biden became the president or whatever, I wouldn't care. Like, I really don't care either way. Honestly, because you ain't going to get me to argue over which white boy is more racist.
That's
Okay.
my point.
So,
Right.
and I think, but what I would like in the process of even getting there is to not be taken for granted.
Right.
Right? And so, even as you hear me talk about the Trump stuff, it's like the white boys feel like they can come out the box and talk crazy and say crazy stuff to me, and because I got an opinion, that's not the opinion that I'm supposed to have. Now, they ain't gonna say nothing crazy to the white boy that decides he wants to do whatever he wants, and I just feel like, make the mug sweat. Make them sweat.
Right.
Like, could you imagine the humiliation of Joe Biden to lose? I mean, think about how Hillary Clinton has to feel. You lost to Donald Trump. Now, the fear of that alone should make all of these people start to come to the table. I feel like our unwavering support of Kamala, even though, and I take the Indian stuff out, the fact that they tried to come to us with the black thing and be like, yo, it's black, it's black, it's black, she's black girl magic, all up until...
But he didn't say he was going to get a black...
I'm not worried. I'm not talking about the black... It could have been Elizabeth Warren. I don't care who he picked. Mm-hmm. I feel like they tried to hit us with the... She is the black girl.
No, that's definitely what they meant.
And they
I'd have been okay with...
She's Indian and they caught her.
Right.
She got caught.
Right.
In my estimation, because somebody was just like, hold on, sis. We done looked at the pictures, and they already knew that Trump was going to... if you were talking about somebody else, they wouldn't have said anything. Right. We would have just been quiet, and everybody would have shut up. They know that Trump is going to exacerbate that, which is why we never saw her as Asian, black, none of that. They never talked about no South Asian, nothing. And now, because they know, and they know that there is, y'all can say whatever y'all want, but y'all know there is a disconnect between blacks and Indians in our community.
Yeah.
Right?
And so disconnect between black people, everybody.
Again.
Even
and so people. As you try to exploit, like I'm just saying, I just think that the Kamala thing was not about her being Indian. It was about the fact that they tried to sneak one past us, right?
Oh, I agree.
And,
I totally agree.
And so that's all I'm saying. I'm not. And if you, so I feel like black people should be like, hold on. That ain't enough.
That's what I.
That ain't enough. So tell me right now, I'm getting a Supreme Court justice. I don't want to hear from Jim Clyburn. I want to hear it from Dude.
Can he change his pick?
No, he can't change his pick. But look at this.
He
could change his pick. I mean,
I'm just saying it just.
But
I was not that warm and fuzzy.
See, and I'm telling you, their assumption is that we're all good. I don't care about Mike Pence.
If you knew Mike Pence, you'd be like, holy moly.
I just, like he said, I think what it was
when you see Mike Pence, you realize that Trump needs to stay alive.
Right.
Now,
I just think with her, is it Kamala? What's her name?
Kamala. It's not. Now, if her name was Kamala, you'd be like, that's a sister.
Right. But I just think with her, I personally feel is that they tried to sneak one over, and then before she even was announced, I had my kind of disdain because I read about what the things that she had put when she was a state's attorney and things of that sort. So with me, before she was even announced, when she was first running for president, she was not my pick. Because I just feel right there.
She was no black person.
She was not black. I knew then she wasn't black. The stuff that she was approving.
As I was telling Maze yesterday, of course, the people who are against you are going to take one thing out of your life and beat it like a drum.
But that was a huge thing.
But see? Her life is...
That was huge. I don't care about none of that. But when you trying to...
Of course you don't care. You don't know what it is yet.
I don't want to care. I don't care. I just see what you did to black people.
Look, you might have found out she resurrected 3 babies. You're like, wow, that was incredible.
So, no, she didn't do that, though.
See? And here's... And nobody...
I'm still going to have to vote for
that would be dang interesting.
I'm still going to vote for her, but she's not my pick. I'm just being honest.
And again...
She wasn't my pick either.
And so this is all I'm saying.
We have policies we don't like. for her, but Trump, we can't find one.
I mean, see. So here's my thing. This is all the part that I'm talking about.
Maze has a policy. He and Kanye are close. That's the thing.
Kanye's still mad at me because I kicked him off the Sprite mixtape. Let's go to the live lines. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Man, John Monopoly. I tried to get him to get on the radio. John was like, "Nah, remember that time?" That's all good though. One day I'm gonna be large too. Hey y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Hey,
one little thing
Lee and
and you out forever.
Hey, you on the call? You on the live line, caller? This is the Maze Jackson Show.
Hey, good morning,
morning.
Todd. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning, Maze. Hey, man, listen, you know me, this is Lee, and I'm 100% with you. I think that what we are experiencing is black people just hitching their wagon to the vitriol of whites, even if they can't show anything that he has actually done against them. And that's enforced me because all of the anger and the frustration that you keep hearing on the liberal stations, that it made me start listening to 560 and another station, man, because you just don't see what he has actually done to affect you micro. Now, if you want to say what he's done to the country macro, yeah, do that. But none of them can point to anything why they really, truly dislike the man. Only the fact that they've been told to dislike him. They've been told over and over again he's a bad person. They've been told he's a racist. But none of them can show, no black person can show how he's affected them directly. You see what I'm saying? And I got to keep walking with you, man, because you're going to force me to get my own radio station.
No. Don't start your own. Just come join us, dog. Look, it's a movement around here.
So there's room for you, Lee.
Lee, we got room for everybody. I'm telling you, we trying to get the soul plane. It's going to be, we about to be a soul jumbo jet. It ain't even finna be a plane. Hey, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show.
Because everything you saying, man, everything you're saying, the people, there's a lot of black people, and this is the problem in this city. There are a lot of woke black people who I always say, I don't have to look anywhere but right in my own area, my own city, to see what one kind of leadership, a democratic leadership, has done, how it has devastated, how it has put promises forth that it's never honored. All you got to do is look here. So if someone tells you, well, Trump is going to do this and Trump is going to do that, you say, well, what more can that man do to me?
That Mike Madigan
already been done to me. Thank you, man. Hey, you guys have a great weekend.
Thank you, Lee.
I like Lee.
See, look, see how, let me tell y'all what. I'm going to tell y'all. Common sense is not so common.
When I look at this, I don't look at it, for one thing, all politics are local.
Mm-hmm.
His effect is a national effect that scares me, where white people are supposed to now think that everything they do is right. And I look at this as history, too, from the eye of history. And if you look at what happened in Nazi Germany, everybody laughed at the National Socialists. And they didn't think that they were going to do anything. Next thing you know, Hitler's the leader, and they got rid of everything in a democracy, so they could just run the whole nation. If you listen to Trump, he talks that way all the time. He wants to be a dictator. I don't want that. I kind of like the way the structure. Now, it's supposed to be fair. Of course, we know it wasn't built that way. But it's not that I'm saying that I can point to, besides the things with the real estate and, they're not taking black people in their apartments because
black people don't want black people in their apartments. But go ahead. I'm just saying. He live in Chatham. He'd be in Avalon Park. Let me tell you, they open up them houses to Section 8. The 8th Ward would be in the streets.
Oh,
they'd be like, no. Send the Negroes up.
But,
no.
But in that vein, the major contender against Michelle Harris was complaining because they were putting that senior building up, and one of the tenets of their complaint was 38% were going to be low-income people, and that means low-income people would be coming through the neighborhood. Well, Michelle stomped her like.
Well, I don't think everyone Section 8 is just ghetto. I think maybe there may be a situation where people are interviewed and things, because I think people need opportunities to be able to live in those areas. I don't think that it should be no Section 8, none of this, but I think some of it is also like the mindset of who, can there be like an interview process before they get into those areas?
I think you just got to recognize that we have to, I think that if you haven't come from, again, and I'm going to use this perfect example, My son went to go stay with my sister and mother for 2 weeks. And my mom said, come on, let's go cut the grass. And he looked like, cut the grass? What you mean cut the grass? Now, I was cutting grass at 8 years old. My son has never had to cut grass.
Do you have grass?
I used to.
You used to have.
In a different place, I had grass.
Right.
But I either had hired a service, right, which was $12, which beat me going to buy a lawnmower. And so when does he ever learn to cut the grass? And so I think that part of what we got to do is we got to grab our people and be like, that's why I told you it needs to be the welcoming committee.
Yeah.
Like when you come to town, there needs to be somebody that knocks on your door and say, here go the rules.
Right.
Right? This is how we do. This is what the welcome to the neighborhood.
Embrace them.
Yeah, I was about to
like
say.
teach them and embrace them. Because I think that's what it is that if you feel and find someone is less than, you treat them less than. And I think if you bring them in and embrace them, you can change their whole culture and their whole narrative.
You hope. And I'm gonna say that it don't always work that way, but
It doesn't, but just do.
But I think we got to start with
Something.
not being offended or offensive with each other.
I think part of it is black people, they love to hate what white people do.
And I think white people love to do what white people do. Hey, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. We're going to be back. I'm going to keep taking your calls because I see the phone lines are lit up. Are there black Trump supporters who are not crazy? I think Juan just almost flipped while we were sitting there. She was like, hold up. See, I'm telling you. Juan was like, wait a minute. You know, I do think that. You might be right. I'm going to tell you. See, we got the Juan. Look, I'm telling you. We got the. Sorry, I'm going to tell y'all about Juan when we come back. This is the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Call in and send with your chest. 872.
Yep.
That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259.
Look, Frank had to call back. Frank like, I got to call back. All right, y'all. Maze Jackson Show. So, the next move, I got to resize this to the screen. Then, I'm going to make the screen the whole square. Then, when you sit here, they will rotate behind you. So that will change. And it won't be smoke. I was just trying to see, but I think I got to do something different because the color contrast. So I should have made that black and white. But
Yeah, because you and that screen is black and white. Oh, I didn't mean to say it like that, but I promise you, I didn't mean to say it like that. I thought you was going for the black and white feel. Is that what you want for?
Oh, well, sort of.
Right. So I said you.
Let's see how you do.
And oh, your beard is white, then your face, then the back screen.
I see. It's all good. It's all good.
I'm just
kid.
saying.
It's all good. I see you. Juan around here trying to diss mugs on the sneak. We gonna get Juan though. We gonna get Juan.
How you say her name again? Kamala.
Ah, no, that's the black
How you
one.
say it?
Kamala.
Kamala. Like Kamala.
Your mama love.
Kamala.
Your mama.
Your mama look.
Comma your mama love.
That's funny.
Y'all going in on this live.
What's up, YouTube? How y'all feeling this morning? I see y'all rocking with us.
I think politicians should all have a live reality show so you can know what they really talking about.
No, they ain't doing that.
Don't you think so?
They'll
That'd
be
be
in
amazing.
jail.
I know. Wouldn't that be like, amazing though? Like, you would have to, all stuff would be recorded. Wendy Young, I don't know. Wendy, I don't know this song. I don't know all the words. I just know You Drive Me Crazy. Her name like Kamala.
You are listening to Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd. Stroger. Got my cousin, Juan, in the building.
Y'all, hey.
Hey, y'all, we rocking it out. Miss Sonia Escobar doing her thing. Can I do something real quick? Y'all give me a second. Can I send some special love out? First of all, gotta say big love to my beautiful, lovely wife, Carrie K. Steele.
Hey, Carrie.
President of the MWRD, Metropolitan Water Reclamation District. She sent us 7,843 stars. Shout out to Bryant Lamar with 795. Artie Richardson with 300. Maisie with the consistent 250 every day. I see. I take 250 a day. Shout out to Chess Etc. with 250. Shout out to my frat brother Craig Nash. He tried to sneak up there. He did 235. Right, you know they start to do that.
Number.
Hey, I ain't taking it. I take it.
Yeah.
Shout out to T. Renee. Shout out to Kenny Cool and to Michelle Matthews. Hey, y'all, just want to let you all know that those stars that you are sending on the bottom of your screen support us, allow us to keep What's in It for the Black People radio going. Look, I'm asking a social media question of the day. It's going a little long, but I want to know: are there black Trump supporters who are not crazy? I'm gonna go to the live line because I got callers. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show? Hey, Carmen. Is this Carmen Coburn?
Yeah.
Hey, Carmen Coburn. See how I know you? I know my den.
Good morning.
Well, Nate, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
The first time that Trump ran for office, I did not vote for Hillary. I voted for Trump. And my issues were with Libya, Benghazi, and security clearance. I used to hold a security clearance, so when Hillary was doing her questioning and answering, I knew she wasn't telling the truth. And that bothered me, because if I'm held to a standard and I'm going to vote for you, you should be held to that same standard. So I looked at who would hurt us the least, and I didn't feel that if Hillary can't tell the truth, no, I'm not voting for her. This time around, there's no way I'm voting for Joe Biden and Kamala. To me, they're the same coin, just flipped over. They both, neither one of them have done anything, as far as I can see, to help our people go forward. Now, I'm not saying Trump is an angel. I'm not saying he's perfect. But when I look at Biden and Kamala, however you say her name, and I look at their records, no, I still have a family member that's in jail for 100 years based on Biden's 1974 law. Yes, he did something wrong, but he didn't kill anyone, and he deserve 100 years for it. So no, the Biden Kamala will not get my vote, period.
Okay, thank you, Carmen. First of all, Carmen, I just want to tell you thank you for calling in.
Mm-hmm.
I think Carmen had a real reason.
I think there's more of a theme of I do not like Democrats among black people than there is I like Trump.
And I think that's it. I think therein is where it is, and I think that's part of my frustration.
Mm-hmm.
Right? My frustration is like you keep getting me with the fact that guy over there is the devil.
Right.
It's almost like the Bruce Rauner thing, right? Where the Bruce Rauner thing, where black people, were like, man, Pat Quinn, we put you over the top, we caved, we did, and you screwed us. And I feel like they didn't necessarily all go vote for Bruce Rauner, but they sat down on Pat Quinn. They straight up just sat down on Pat Quinn.
Oh yeah.
And I think that the Democrats, since the day Trump got elected, they have never spoken to black people. They have talked around us. They've talked about us. They have told us. Then, when they talk about black people, they split us. I'm telling you, this black woman, not against black women. I was watching Chicago Tonight last night. And I was watching Chicago Tonight, and they were comparing black women's earnings to white men's earnings.
I saw that.
Right? Now, the key there, to me, if you're comparing apples to apples, it's white women to black women, not black women to white men. And at essentially writing, because black men are probably unemployed, so they're not in the workforce. So as they were having this conversation, it was essentially black women have to step up because there aren't black men. I feel like the Democratic Party has effeminized and has...
No, that's just the white narrative. That's not Republicans or Democrats. That's the white narrative.
Okay, so...
Black men ain't worth 2 cents.
Okay, right. So if you're telling me that I gotta go to the people who I'm supposed to be cool with, and they still telling me I ain't nothing, I think you hit it on the head, though.
Right.
I don't think that anybody likes Donald Trump. I think that Donald Trump represents sticking it to the Democrats for some people. And I think that is where you could touch the base. Let's go to the live line. Let's go to you, caller. You're on the Mace Jackson show. Hello? Caller, are you there? Hello. We got you.
Hey, what's up, Maze? Hey, what's up, Todd?
What up?
And company?
That's Juan. That's my cousin. Eddie, I want to talk to you. Eddie, why you treat me like animal?
Hey, real talk. The last person I voted for in the last election, the only person was Kim Fox, because I felt that that's the only place my vote would actually make a difference. And as a result, we got Van Dyke in jail. I felt that the election...
He on his way home, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah. It's quick, wasn't it? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But you know what? I felt that when Donald Trump won, it was a great pimp slap to bougie black America. Because that whole Obama thing was nothing more than black bougie fest.
Yes!
He didn't do anything. He didn't... see, it was a feel-good moment for them. But forget the everyday working man or poor black America. It's only bougie black people. And understand, I got money. I like to find things in life. But bougie black people, they pattern their lives after rich white liberals. And that's the problem I have with bougie Negroes. They really want to be rich white liberal people. So that's the problem. But here's the thing. Donald Trump, I don't know what he did. He hasn't done anything to hurt black people, and he hasn't done anything for us. I don't see any difference in him and in any other white president that we've had. Really, I don't even see too much difference between him and Obama, because I don't understand how the first black president couldn't be for reparations. How can you be the first black president and not be for reparations? I don't understand how...
Ask the Kamala. Ask Kamala where she at on reparations.
That's what I'm saying.
She like, hell no.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like the Democrats, because Negroes are so enamored with the Democratic Party, we're so enamored with getting nothing for our vote. All they do is tell us a bunch of crap, make you feel good, make you promises, but never deliver. But the Negroes at the top, they getting something out of it. I understand what they doing, because they actually benefiting financially from it. But they mislead the rest of the black people into making you think that it's some sort of spiritual duty for you to vote for the Democrats. They're both the same.
Yeah. They're
both the same. The Democrats and Republicans is no different. They're two wings of the same bird. It's all about keeping white people in power, because they feel that this is their country. It doesn't. I don't care. A rich liberal don't want you to get as much money as they got.
Right.
That's the truth.
The rich liberal says like this. Dorothy, I got to use one of my favorite Dorothy Tillmans. Right. Dorothy Tillman say the liberals be like this: get that Negro a fish, because if he teach him how to fish, he gonna get a fishing pole. Next thing, the Negro gonna want a boat. Right. Then after he get a boat, he gonna want to die. Get that Negro a fish and keep him happy over there.
And check this out. Here's the BS that the bougie Negroes always feed you when you say about the no crime bill with Joe Biden and Clinton and all of that. They say, well, black people wanted it too. I don't know no black person that voted to be more incarcerated for the same crime as the white counterpart. No Negro asked for that.
I do believe, and I could be wrong, but I do believe a lot of people get this crime bill confused with the 1986, what I call the Lynn Bias bill, which was the one that
crack.
Really, it was about crack and cocaine and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so I think this one is a 3.
As the Negroes is locked up, do they get it confused? I don't think.
And I think no, I see what you're saying because that doesn't make any sense. But and there's also one other thing, and that is
Go ahead.
The 3 strikes laws and all that kind of stuff. Those were those mostly are state. You'll find most people were convicted in their state courts, not in the federal court.
How did it get to the Fed, Joe?
But what I'm saying is, my point is, none of these cats tried to stop that. If it was white people that this was happening to, they would have stopped it. Hello?
There's another thing I always say is, you do realize that 70% of the country is white. We are a minority.
Yeah.
Black people, man, I can tell you, I was in Springfield and I was on the Judiciary Committee, and there were bills coming through. I'm like, man, you can't do that. But the committee was like me and Lou Jones, and then everybody else was white. So we couldn't stop everything we wanted to. But
Democrats.
Am I still on?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but my point is that black people fight against this stuff, but when the white people get together at both sides, it's kind of hard.
But this is the problem, if I may. And this goes back to what the young lady was saying. Now, when Obama was the president, all you heard bougie Negroes say was, "He can't do that. He just got in.
Yep.
He can't do." It was like he was like he was asked for somebody to work at the post office. "Oh man, I can't get you in. I just got on myself." That's exactly how bougie Negroes was making excuses for why Obama couldn't do nothing specifically with black folks. He can't do that. He can't do that. Now, Donald Trump signing executive orders like it's going out of style. Obama didn't even try to do anything specifically for black folks, man. So I was so happy to see. And then this is the last thing.
No, you ain't.
see, what people don't understand about Donald Trump, he was never a politician. So
I think everybody understands that.
Power. He has never, and that's a good thing though, because he actually has never had a ability to impact anybody's life in any way. Because this is the first time he's been a politician, and he knocked all of those career suck-ass politicians on their butt.
He did.
Juan is about to vote for Trump.
You know what I'm saying? But they hate him. They hate all the politicians. Really hate Trump because he's not a part of their BS fraternity. That's why they don't like him, because he's out. He is a true outsider to the entire political process, which is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? All of these clicked up people passing the mic and becoming the president, the vice president, all that. It's time for people who have never held that office to hold the office, and then they sell you that. Oh well, we need those people because now this is what you get. This country can run itself, man. It's crystal clear that it can because it's doing it now.
Ooh wee. All right, Eddie.
Oh, you too, Eddie. Take care.
Hey, we love you too, man.
Hey, you know what happened? Or I shouldn't say this happened because I wasn't there. But the word was when Pritzker lost. He ran for Congress many years ago. What's her name? Our buddy, Chakowski won. Mm-hmm. And the word was his relatives told him, "See, man, you don't need to be running for office.
Buy it.
You got that. That's basically you got all the money. You just give it to everybody else, and everybody will
do what you tell them to do."
Right, and that was Trump. But the only problem with what Eddie was saying about Trump is that Trump, as a businessman, could have helped a whole bunch of black people. Mm-hmm. So I saw Trump's show. He had more than one show. He was building. I think it's probably that one he always goes to, Mar-a-Lago's. And so there's a room full of people working for him. You know how many black people there were?
What, one?
One? Where'd you get that from?
I'm just asking.
Sounds like Madigan.
It was zero.
Sounds like Illinois to me.
I didn't say Madigan was any better.
No, I'm saying. So, but why y'all telling me who I got? We got a boogeyman that lived next door to us. We talking about the one in D.C.
I think we already know that his day is through.
No, we don't.
I think we
say it.
I just said.
Say it. No, say it out loud. Say goodbye, speaker. I'm ready for you to die. No, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages. We'll be right back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
I don't know. Okay.
Well, I say I'm tired of all these woke people converts, man, they're awful. I can't deal with converts.
Yeah.
I don't like them in Christianity. I don't like them in anything. Because converts, they all in your butt, and they all
rap.
mad at you. And like,
They
man,
rap,
I
right.
wasn't crazy before.
New Christians. Just
I'm
new
like-
Christians.
Yo, listeners, they get energy. It's on. I'm like, what time is it? It's
Yeah.
7:50. 7:50.
It's moving. They be moving. Oh yeah, I don't know who these people are at all. What's up at 8? You doing? We're not at 8 yet.
He ain't getting most of this stuff on here. You just writing this to just be writing it.
No, actually, no. I feel like the conversation. I went with the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, like you had people feeling that.
I like Juan.
So, okay. You know, it took me a minute when I first read Star Givers. You're talking about the stars on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you say Star Givers. Okay. The one on the restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Why is it that in the black neighborhoods they only do COVID testings, but in other neighborhoods they do COVID testing and antibody testing?
What's anybody testing?
It basically tells you if you've had the virus.
Oh.
But it's only in
I don't
white
know.
neighborhood. Exactly.
Sounds expensive.
It's not. It's free if you're unemployed. I mean, if you're unemployed.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Hey, y'all. Y'all with us? We getting ready. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back.
I'm with you, man.
All right, Juan is making fun of me. She said, "Dang," she read the whole rundown. I was like, we ain't talk about most of this. What y'all just be doing this?
I think
No,
you want
yeah.
to just write.
No, I don't just like to write. But I try to listen to the audience, and so when the audience is with something, we try to rock with it, right? So let's do this. Let's move on. I am going to skip over Where's the Mayor. We'll try and take that at 8 o'clock. But what I do want to do is talk about the Illinois Minotti. Todd, did you see Senator Terry Link was indicted yesterday?
Yes, I saw that.
So Senator Terry Link was indicted yesterday on tax evasion charges. He reported that he made $264,450 when he made significantly much more. There was much speculation, wide speculation, that Terry Link was wore a wire in part of the corruption probe that brought down State Representative Louis Arroyo.
Yes.
Now, what's interesting about this whole thing with it bringing down Louis Arroyo, Todd, is I think that the Louis Arroyo scenario is really the way the speaker reacted to Louis Arroyo, in my estimation, is going
Off
to
with
be,
his head?
yes, off with his head before he was convicted, has now put the speaker in a precarious position, because if and when he gets charged,
So now it's his head.
it's his head that will be on the block.
Right.
There's something I want to talk about, though, because the story coincided with they announced that the white casino owners have decided that they are now okay with the amount of money that they can legislate their wealth on the casino in Chicago now that the bill is changed.
Oh, really?
So they, the casino industry, the gaming industry is pretty small. Very few, limited, if any, black people involved.
Mm-hmm.
There is obviously, Chicago is depending on the casino to fill the hole. And then what I noticed in the paper today was that they talked about the fact that they had commissioned a study, and now with the new tax structure, we are. Oh wait, we got a caller in queue. Oh, caller, if I dropped you, caller, I'm sorry. Ebony, if you call back. Call back. I'll hit your button. But what I saw in this, Todd, and I think it's important, is that This story talks about Louis Arroyo. It talks about Terry Link. It talks about the sweepstakes industry. It talks about Jimmy Weiss, who was tied to Joe, Cook County Assessor, Joe Barrios. And Terry Link was convicted of, or is being charged with, tax evasion, but realistically it's about the money he was receiving. Well, they said it was about a condo sale, and that he didn't report how much money he made in the condo sale. But as I was reading this story, one of the things that jumped out to me again is that with all the money being made, and I've done some research, do you know that sweepstakes industry is about $175 million industry? Now, in case you don't know what the sweepstakes machines are those machines when you go into the Arab corner stores and liquor stores and like the Harrods, the JJ Fishes, etc. And they are, you can put money in, or you can get a free play, and in exchange you can actually play the machine, and you can win prizes, or you can win cash, etc. Right? $175 million industry. They are all through the black community. And then as we watched this thing unfold, what we saw was that the white boys, the Latinos, and everybody else had chopped up our community and spread it out, and was taking $175 million out, and they were making so much money that they were willing to pass cash around. The bad operators were willing to pass cash around to protect their industry. You know what jumped out to me with this whole thing? No black people. And they were all making money off of black people. Now, we also see that they are about to open up a casino. We know it's coming, right? What they will do is put together a program that says that if you have $3 million, you can buy into the casino, thus leaving all of the average black people out of the mix, getting rich. Meanwhile, then you have these VGT games that are probably going to get passed with this when we get the casino. Again, allowing white folks to proliferate these machines through our communities with no participation by black people.
So I have a question. When these casinos and sweepstakes things are happening, who can actually help black people that's in legislation? Like, who's supposed to make sure, because of course very few blacks are going to come in because we were never given those opportunities to have $3 million just sitting around. Where are the actual who can actually help black people get a part of that? Or is it that you have to have wealth?
Here's what I think. I think that we have to put ourselves in a position that before that casino opens, that we have figured out our path into this game. I think that the VGT operators have got to, I think we got to push. I think we got to say, hell no, y'all ain't finna open up these casinos. Y'all not finna open up these VGTs. We black folks are against it all. If ain't no black people eating, we ain't eating. And we ain't got people that we know that ain't we want to make new millionaires. Now, here's what I see. I see with these machines that are in our neighborhoods already, and the white people been doing it, we need to take them back. Why wouldn't we take those machines? If our people are playing those machines, why don't we take those machines? How is it that the white boy from Bridgeport got machines in Harold's Chicken?
That's yeah.
And we'll call you, and it's the same white boy that he went out, he was paying bribes to keep making money from black folks and cutting black folks out. And then here's the thing. No black people's, black folks be like, ooh, the best thing we could do right now is pass a law to ban. No, hell no. Give us our piece.
Right.
Why don't we take over? Right? Because I tell y'all what, right now that industry has got to be at its lowest. This is the time we buy. This is the time we need to figure out what is the entry point, put our own group together and say, black folks, why should we let Why should we let $175 million in wealth leave our community to... I got to go to the top of the break, so look, we'll come back. But I'm going to bring this back because I think there's an opportunity here, y'all, and we can't just sit by and let it go. This is the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
But no, I think Maze answered your question in a roundabout way. There are people with, some money, not, rich.
Right.
And there's investment groups. I'd say when I was in Springfield 25 years ago, or wherever that was, there were investment groups. These guys would come down like every year, and they'd be at every session just waiting for something to happen. They had ideas. I'd say part of the problem is, as black people, we tend not to like black people.
Right, we don't collaborate like basically with those.
No, it's not that one.
What do you think?
It's not that we don't collaborate. It's black people don't look for opportunities to make black people wealthy. Right? Like, here's what you... If I go and tell you to do something, you gonna be like, that nigga gonna make more money than me. This nigga, or I'm gonna get in trouble. Right? White boys be like... This is what black people don't understand. Black people don't understand that legislators, they write laws.
Right.
They can write any fucking law they want. And they can make something legal or illegal. Period. That's how Madigan has been so powerful. Black people, as lawmakers, don't recognize that they're lawmakers. So, right now, like to me, why not make that fucking sweepstakes industry a sheltered market and say, we'll give it to the black people. Y'all put y'all investment groups. We can split it between the blacks and the Latinos. Y'all take the Latino neighborhoods. Y'all take the black neighborhoods. We're going to make this a sheltered market, and it's a pathway for you all to get into the game. They're already in your fucking stores. They're already in your neighborhood.
I'd say one problem is white people will come to black people and say, if somebody brought that idea to them, they'd say, this will kill the whole industry, so you don't want to do that.
And the whole industry, but we ain't got shit in the industry, so fuck it, let it die.
The black legislators don't say, well, let's give it a shot and see what happens. They don't like to say that. They're like, oh, I don't want to get in the way.
Right. And so while motherfuckers around here going to galas, taking pictures, seriously, going to galas and taking fucking pictures, you taking pictures while they opened up new weed stores and we ain't got shit. Right? I am so disgusted with black elected officials in general. It's like, I truly feel like this girl, we're going to talk about this girl, what's her name?
Is it Trevina?
Whatever her name is. Like, so here's me. I try not to go hard. I mean, I go hard in general, but individually, I don't say shit. Like, you know who the motherfuckers who fuck up are. You know when a fuck up happens, it's like we operate with kid gloves because we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but they ain't trying to help us move forward. Right? Like when she goes off, I feel bad about what she said, but like, I also feel like, man, it needs to be said because y'all just chilling. Like, I feel like...
Who was that? I must have missed that.
Oh, she had a lot to say.
She basically said she was going to... She
No.
said she was going to keep her knee on the neck of Toy Hutchinson until they got this cannabis stuff done. Then she said what she call her?
A biatch.
She called her a...
Raggedy.
Right. But I think...
Oh, that'll help their relationship.
Well, it's not going to help the company, but I think that they're not trying to help their relationship. I think that they've already got a scapegoat.
Oh. And
I think that they put her in that spot to let it happen. Right? You can't talk about a black woman calling a black woman out. Now, she might not get the cannabis license, but I don't think that's the goal. They got 20 different licenses that they playing with. But again,
right, they're just trying to get the game open.
Right, and it's like, I can't believe you would say something like that. How about, damn, I got y'all some fucking cannabis licenses.
You know, if you said that to me, you'd never get shit in the world from me ever again.
I get you. I get you.
But I understand what you're saying.
I'm saying like
these guys got these gigantic. They got all these people, and they're just hoping that some of them hit. Yeah.
I really want to say, this little game we play. You go high, and I will seek. Man, This used to be the jam, boy. This was in the Regal.
Screaming.
Cause I got these things on every day.
And you closer to Todd, and he's just looking up like it don't even bother you.
What's
I
that?
don't know what this is.
Oh.
This is Subway in 702.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Had to use a long, big old word in your intro.
Yeah. Every time I hear that word,
I'm like, why he use this big old word?
vociferous.
Vociferous.
That I realized y'all went to school in Chicago,
Whatever.
so that wasn't in your
Well, most of
vocabulary.
your listeners are from Chicago.
I elevate them.
Oh, is that
I don't
what you
keep
do?
them low.
Oh, okay.
I give them more words than were in their Collins
Okay.
books.
Oh, in other words, you're bougie.
Let me see you smile. It's okay to be black.
Okay, to be black.
Shine, shine, you're beautiful inside, yeah. Hey, Rosa.
Looking fly.
Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. What's that I'm hearing? I'm hearing stuff. Okay, Todd Stroger. Got one, my cousin in the building.
What up?
I got Miss Sonia Escobar, the musical conductor of the Soul Play, and we are at 60,000 feet, y'all, doing our thing. All right. All right, so I want to just touch back on this. Todd, we got a casino coming. With the casino passing, they're gonna make VGT terminals, which are those video game. You know how like when you go in the suburbs, and they got those Lottie's cafes and all those things, and you go and you can go in but you gotta have a liquor license, right?
Oh.
Which means that again, black folks ain't gonna get to participate. Now, here's what I am suggesting. What I am suggesting that before any of us allow a black casino, we saw this movie with the cannabis. Did we not? Did we see this? Remember they promised us with cannabis that they would let us in. They told us at the state. They said
Right.
social equity, we ain't seen no licenses. They told us we gonna let you out of jail. Negroes got out of jail.
Yeah, what was up with that? They said that they were
They-
going to give opportunities to guys that got out of jail at these stores, like great, good positions, well-paying positions. Because that's my biggest thing is that Pookie getting out of jail now, and now dispensaries being open, and the money that he was making illegally, now people that are from his neighborhood are making it legally.
Right. Well,
But yeah, they have to be low level.
so
Why
let
you
me
gotta
check
be
this
low
out.
level?
But see, that's the point. So they cut out.
Why you gotta be low?
Check this out. They cut the best distributors out. Because if you are a cannabis person, do you really want the brother that had the network, that could distribute across the country, that had the security, that had the blocks,
Right.
that had the locations? Do you really want him in the game? Because if he gets in the game, he getting ready to take care of them pencil neck white boys
Right.
that's running around on TV talking about, y'all saying don't cannabis. Man, get your ass.
So did that happen because black people are just so about voting Democrat? They probably should have.
It is so. It happened because
you got to remember that
I'm just asking.
both sides would agree to that. I mean, the white people, they both would probably be like, yeah, that makes sense.
So here's what happened.
And once you get that, there's only, 22 Democrats or something?
The white folks put millions of lobbyists, hundreds of lobbyists down in Springfield who wrote a multi-layered 3,000-page bill. That ain't nobody reading the whole thing. They
Right.
said we got a social. They look at the components of it and the devil of the details. I'm gonna tell you
Right.
how you know they didn't look at it, because they wrote themselves out of it forever,
Right.
and all of their family members. And while it
That's
is not
crazy.
constitutional, right? The challenge is that what does any freaking legislator look like fighting to get a cannabis license or to participate in the business when you cut all the black people out.
Right.
Now, you can do it, and you can, but do you really want to go up there? Because I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to be right there. Mm-hmm. Like the day you say, we having a cannabis fight because I want to let my family in, but you, there was a, think about this. There was a blank sheet of paper. A blank sheet of paper. They took the blank sheet of paper, and when they finished it, they figured out a way with all the black people there to make sure that no black people got any of the money. Imagine starting a race with a starting line, and you say, you let the white people tell you that you got to give us a head start. They let the white people tell them they get them a head start.
So there's like, just from what I've heard, there's some black businesses that are applied for the license.
There's hundreds of black businesses.
They haven't given any of them to black people.
Exactly.
Why is that?
Because the white boys wrote the laws, then they gonna blame it on COVID. But here's what they did. They wrote flaws into the law. So as you're looking at this whole thing that is happening right now is what happened in another state. Basically, they messed up the rules, so then they changed. They basically busted the caps.
Well, but when they were writing this thing, they said they actually went to like Colorado and different places to make sure they didn't do the wrong things.
So how did that work out?
I don't know.
Well, how many black cannabis licenses?
I read that a lot of states were waiting for Illinois,
right, to be the example.
Right.
Of how to screw Negroes. Okay, so I'm saying.
I thought it was supposed to have how you do it right and making sure minorities were included.
So let me ask a question.
Yes.
How many how many black people? I don't do minority. How many black people are included? 0. Now
there probably will be some, but I'm not arguing Maze's point against your point.
Okay.
The ones who will be included will be people who have some real money.
Right.
Just the way the rules were written, it helped benefit a whole bunch of people if they knew how to run around and just kind of like, skirt it.
Yep.
So is it also that like they're going to distribute all these certain, I don't know, let's say it's 30 licenses, and then after that they don't distribute any more?
No, there'll be 200 more. But here's the thing.
Okay.
If you understand market share, right?
Oh no, I understand.
And market share, prime real estate, all the locations. So think about this. You can't open within 1,500 feet. So now all the real downtown locations where the high money is, that's gone.
Gone, right.
Again, we had a blank piece of paper that black legislators, I'm going to tell you like this. If it wasn't for us on this show, remember, I swear to God, Kelly Cassidy, no, it was Heather Staines and Kelly Burke called in to tell us about why it was so important to legalize marijuana because of what had happened to so many people.
Right.
And I was like, how dare y'all call me up and talk to me for a half hour about this and tell them about freeing black people, ain't no black people on it. Then the black people get on. Mm-hmm. And then they take the criminal justice reform. They go to the forefront. White people sit back. The white lady got her wife. She's the vice president of development, so she get a piece of every cannabis thing that opened everywhere else. The black folks wrote a law in which they wrote themselves. They wrote us out, and they wrote themselves out.
About what percentage of black people are lobbyists?
And I'm gonna tell you, not very many.
I'm just asking.
No, Juan, you're right. No, I mean that's one of the things we talk about. There's very limited, and the ones that are in social service. I'm gonna tell you the 2 black lobbyists who were spearheading this issue though, because they need to be held to account, right? So Ron and Kareem, who were the point people, they were the 2 black lobbyists that ate well off of this and were pushed to the forefront and marshaled all the black people into one spot and coordinated it all. It's like they led them off the cliff. Remember I told you when you used to hunt?
That's called a Judas goat.
Yeah.
You hunt, like when the Indians...
But do you think somebody lobbied them to do that?
No, I think that you're a lobbyist and you work for your clients and you work for the best interests of your clients.
Of your client.
So that's what you got to do, right? You got to look at, but again...
who are their clients? That's a good question.
Yeah.
So I think you need to... So that list is publishable. What's
their last names?
Ron Holmes and Kareem Kenyatta. So you should check that out. And I think they need to come back because they did come. Remember we had the guy come on air. He told us all the stuff. Now, I think he's different. I think the majority-minority partnership is different because that's another plot. But what I've come to recognize is all of these people from outside of the state came in and filled out the applications for all of the social equity people. Right. And then in filling them out, they wrote themselves in and wrote themselves out of the deal, and they wrote these leases and all. There's a capital call that will put people out as this thing stretches out. People who had to hold on to land are running out of money, etc. Now,
It all comes down to money.
here's my point. This is my point with all of this, because I really didn't even want to go to cannabis. I'm saying all of this to say that was a brand new industry that we allowed ourselves to be written out of.
True.
Gaming is here. It is now about to be expanded. Are we as black people going to sit by and allow Neil Bloom, people from all over the country to come get rich, even while we let Jimmy Weiss? Like, think about the name Jimmy Weiss, and he is pulling $60 million out of the black community, and he don't even like black people with the and it's kicking up to Madigan and the whole crew. Here's my point. We need to take back control of our neighborhoods. Why in the hell is the Arab corner? I can say it now. Why is the Arab corner store? No, seriously. Why is the Arab corner store that's got the liquor store, got the sweepstakes machines, that's taking the money from the black folks, and ain't no black people eating? And the white people, the white people, what's the Weiss? Weiss has got to be what? That's German. Right? They all chopping up the money that they are taking out of our community. At the same
Probably
time,
Jewish.
no, it's German.
No. I mean, he would be like
A German Jew?
Yes.
Okay, so while that's
I
all,
really didn't want to say that, so I guess I'm glad he did.
so while that's all happening, right? They're writing a new law to pass a casino where they're going to. This was going to happen.
Where would this casino be at?
Probably downtown.
Yeah.
And let me. I don't care where it is. Like
No,
y'all
I'm just
can.
asking.
Oh no, I'm not tripping. It's probably gonna be downtown. Cause here's what happens. There's a downtown market. That's the people who go downtown, who go out for a date. They gonna go to dinner. They gonna go shoot some dice. They might stay at a hotel. Then there's the people who walk to the corner and play the lottery and play these little machines. That's at the thing. They got their little $5, $10. Why?
Michael Reese would probably be the best spot, but
Because I'm thinking, where were the people that go to like the casinos that's in Indiana when they come downtown? We want to do it downtown.
well,
we
see,
want those people to
there's
come?
the rub. So they will tell you in business that there are invisible barriers,
Right.
and I'm guessing that the people in City Hall don't want the people that you were just talking about to cross the barriers.
Exactly.
So they have to find a street that they know that they won't cross.
No, that's my point. Like,
So-
I don't think they'll be okay with them coming to downtown. But like he said, the Michael Reese location, I see that.
No, I don't think that the people that are gambling aren't the people that are gamblers. They want them to come from whatever because they're habitual. So they don't.
I'm not saying that the casino doesn't want them to come. I'm saying the people, the neighbors, and everybody else don't want them to come.
Yeah, and also if they put it, I think if they cordon off Michael Reese in the right way, it's really trying to attract all the conventioneers.
Here's what I'm
True.
saying.
And they don't want to see too many black people because then they get afraid.
True.
I guess my question is, can we control the gaming in our own neighborhoods?
We
Are
need
we
some more
going
black
to?
lobbyists.
Are we going to? No, we need more than.
Once somebody
We
have
do
a
need
class
more
on how
black
to become a
lobbyists.
lobbyist,
It's like you gotta have
Hey, you can do that.
relationships. You know what? Then
you could teach a class.
I could teach a class. Here's the problem. The problem is I could teach a class all day. You got to teach a mentality, right? Like I could teach you how to lobby all day long, but
Right.
if you got to go lobby a Negro who can't see you being wealthy or
Right.
can't see like the instant response from black people is when a black person asks them is that something is wrong.
So
That
you're
they are
saying
doing something.
The class really should be for the legislators.
The class should be for the legislators who don't know how to help their people, but will say yes to any white boy that comes in the office and asks them. Right? The white boy's got the money, the relationships. We don't have rich people to come court you the way you want to be courted. So I can't take you to Gibson's and Erie Cafe every night because you ain't helping me make the money that I need to be able to make the circle work.
Well, I think it should
Right.
be a layers to it. I think if we had lobbyists that are black, but then with those lobbyists had a group of people, some powerful influence people that backs them, I think that lobbyists will feel more empowered to then go and be able to lobby with assurance that I'm talking, but I also can back it up.
I think that most of the people who black that would hire lobbyists would hire white or a Mexican lobbyist because they're going to get the work done. Like when you're lobbying, like here's the thing. The people who need to be lobbied for don't have the money to lobby.
Mm-hmm.
The people who have the money to lobby know you don't need to hire no Negro if you want to get it done.
Right.
Right? And so, and because...
This falls into my black speaker. If you have a black speaker, it's a totally different game.
Just like we had a black president. Right? I'm at the point now.
You know, I haven't been to Washington in about 12 years. I don't
Okay.
know what the heck happened there.
But I'm suggesting this. I'm suggesting that I don't know if it's a black speaker anymore. I mean, I think that we have, as black people, I feel like we've done our job for black people.
I'll say, as a past black executive, if there isn't somebody there to say to everybody else, if you don't include us and nothing's happening, they just, well, as they do what they do right now, run over us.
Right, just like when I asked Todd for a job, he wouldn't give me one.
He asked me at a bad time in my life.
That's when you needed me the most. I could have been Swordsman and all them punks. But that's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, you know, at that point, wasn't the what do they say when the gates already open and the horse? Wasn't the horse already out of the barn?
You still had a little bit, yeah.
I probably felt like the horse was out of the barn.
I mean, they took me to lunch and everything. They had a whole entourage. We went and had chicken wings. I thought I was part of the team.
See, that's when
I waited for my call.
I tried to
Never
tell,
got that call.
No, I used to be. I saw
tell Maze all the time. The guy who brings you to the rodeo is the one who's supposed to stay on the horse's back.
No,
He's
we
the one
talked.
supposed to.
We talked to the president. We talked to the president. The president said, "We gonna make that happen." Well, like your word was supposed to be. Look, when I tell him to be here on
then
time.
I handed you to my friend, and you were supposed to call me and say your friend didn't do nothing. Now I'm supposed to call my friend and say, what the hell just happened?
No, I called you. I was like, then your friend went away, and I was like, I don't want no parts. All right, y'all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back. When we come back, we're gonna talk about. I really do want to talk about, do we get a piece of this gaming, this cannabis, and then it's almost time for Tell Me Something Good Friday. This is the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back.
You know what makes that really funny is it's true. That party, your friend went away and he said,
I know. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
I know what the hell I said. They be thinking I don't be knowing, y'all. Okay, y'all two got the camera. Y'all want to be back.
Opportunity for all. I want to get to know your neighborhood.
So so it's normally a girl here, right? What's her name?
Woman and child in the state of Illinois.
What's the girl name who sits here?
Oh, Ruthie.
Ruthie, okay. She was on vacation for 2 weeks.
Yeah, she was out. Not really vacation. She was out working.
Oh, okay. Gotta do that.
Yeah. It don't always come up.
All right, let me see what y'all saying. This thing has just been. Somebody, Wallace Bradley, say Todd didn't give me a job knife.
You know what's? Even though I think he might be joking,
Right.
It's funny that people dislike you because they didn't work for you. Like,
Right.
dang, like I can get everybody a job.
Right.
See, this is why black men die early. That's the kind of stress we're under.
The stress you're under. Let's see. This y'all on Facebook Live, y'all have been like cracking since 6 o'clock this morning. Y'all have been going in. Oh, look at Constance. Let me give y'all Constance's weather report. Constance's weather report. Right now, a high of 74 degrees. Today,
Is that
high.
all? It's supposed to be like 88 or something.
Well, no, that's where it's going on right now. And then the weather at 84. 10% chance of rain. Sunny. Tonight, a low of 68. Have a blessed weekend and make it a great one.
Thank you.
Thanks, Constance.
Let's do it.
How do you say that word? Versifious?
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Stroger. Got my cousin, Juan, with her pilgrim collar on. What's that?
Hey, y'all. Hey.
That's
I
like,
real cute.
You look like a pilgrim.
I have been getting so many compliments about my top.
Really?
People didn't know if it was a dress or a top.
It looked like a pilgrim shirt. What you need to?
Whatever.
All right, y'all. Got my cousin, Juan, in the building. Look, y'all. So here's my thing. So I'm a bring these two subjects together. Juan, you said you know this sister. Her name is Trevian Cootie.
Mm-hmm.
Trevon.
I think it's Cootie.
Cootie. Okay, Cootie. Cootie. Yeah. But Todd, she went in on my girl Toy. I mean, she went in hard. His art. She said she was going to keep her knee on the neck of Toy W. Hutchinson. Now I'm gonna say
that was in July 1st. Then she had.
And then she also said she called her a raggedy ass B. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna say this.
Man, she got out the wrong side of the bed, didn't she?
No, but I think she has made a name for herself, just not taking no stuff and going hard. I think
she made a name for herself for being rude, and I wouldn't talk to her ever if I was Toy.
Right. Well, I mean,
I don't think she really cares.
I don't think she really cares about talking to Toy, and I think that the challenge is, like realistically, I think if the profile of like say Toy was raised in the regular community, I don't think anybody would be upset.
This is what I say is once you start talking like that, everybody stops paying attention to you.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, except for the press. Now, and I also think the frustrated people in the black community. Here's what I want to talk about, because this is the thing that I run up against oftentimes when I am trying to figure out how to navigate this space. Black people are frustrated with black politicians.
Yeah.
They are frustrated with black politicians, particularly in Illinois. Black politicians in Illinois have we are peculiar Negroes. I think that the black politicians in Illinois have been bred in democratic loyalty and fear. And I think that we are reaching a point in this city, state, and country where black folks are really starting to question, one, the loyalty to the party, but two, I think the ire is rapidly turning away from what white folks are doing to what black folks are not doing.
You know what maybe you don't remember, but what I always say about the problem with our community, or one of them, because we probably got a whole bunch. Is that the electorate, the people, the constituents think that this is a spectator sport. They think, I voted, I did everything I need to do, and then they let the elected official go on about their business.
I somewhat disagree. I think that I agree, but I disagree. I feel like people don't know how to engage, right? I think if you grew up in a ward organization, you know to go to ward night, you know it's Mondays and Wednesdays, you know to show up at the ward alderman's office, and you know the process. I would argue that most people don't know that.
Maze, I've been in this a long time. You know when people know where the ward office is?
When they want something.
That's right.
Okay, so
when they want a job, they know exactly where that joint is.
I don't. Okay, so
and they know exactly what time to go and all that stuff.
Do you think so? So do you think that 45? So if you live in a ward,
well, everybody doesn't need a job.
Okay, so let's say in the 8th ward, you probably 70% of them. Do you think 30% of the people in the 8th ward came to the 8th ward office for a job? 30%.
No, I'm just saying that.
No, the people that know, not the people that.
No, I'm saying the people that want something find out. So if you want to be a part of the process, you find out when things happen. That's my point, I guess.
Okay, so I think that black people are now frustrated with I think that's easy when you're talking about a job. I think the people I'm talking about.
I just used the job. I don't really.
But I think that the average black person that is concerned, who is paying attention to politics, is starting to recognize that this democratic thing has not necessarily been a boom for us. Sonia says I gotta go to break. Let's do this. It is 8:30. Give me a second. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna stick with this for a second. And then we're gonna go to Tell Me Something Good. I don't agree with her approach because I don't know how effective it will be, depending on what the goal is. Right? Now, the fact of the matter is, Toya is gone. She's no longer the cannabis czar. So maybe the new person says, "I don't want none of that smoke." But I think that this.
Well, I think that was her. That was her post, and I think I'm just gonna put what she said. She said, talking about Toy, she pimped medical marijuana patients and left them to die with recreational buyers now receiving priority. She then stole every chance minority had to access equity and prosperity in cannabis. So that's what she's angry about.
And I'm gonna say that while Toy is not responsible all the way, she took the face of it. Right? The white folks pushed her to the front, and it's like, again, you can't be mad. You can't take the title and then be mad when the outcome don't come. Right? And so I think right now, whether you agree with her approach, I think she reflects the frustration of black people with black politicians here in Illinois. And I think, Todd, I wonder, is it time for black people to step up their action? You did say that, they vote and go. I think, is it time for black folks to start standing up in front of the ward officers?
Well, is it also like giving an example how Trump is with bullying and doing what he wants because he's not a politician? She wasn't a lobbyist. She was a PR person. And she's now saying stuff that some black people probably want to say. So maybe it could take people who aren't into politics to now start speaking and calling people out.
Well, her audience was small, though. It was small.
Whose audience?
The PR person.
She got in Sun-Times. She's in another article. She's in the marijuana cannabis article.
I'm just saying she's being heard.
But I'm saying, but again,
but she's being heard. That's all I'm saying.
I think what is happening, and I think you're right, Juan. I think Todd. Like, here's my thing. I think that the politicians.
I'm
not speaking for you. I'm saying I think that what happens is these
I was sitting in
politicians
the window.
Are comfortable, like we talked about, in their little space. Right, you got your little security detail. You got your little, your safe space.
Right.
Well, most of them don't have security detail.
Okay, but they do. Like the ones they put in front of us, they always be like, "Yo, when every time somebody asks something black, why we ain't got none of this? Why we ain't got none of that? Then we got people in front of us." Here's my point. I think that black politicians are this close to not being anonymous. And I think the moment that people find that once they are no longer anonymous, I think some of the rage and frustration that you see being directed at downtown is going to be started to direct it towards them. What I would suggest is that if somebody was to educate the angry people about the role that black people have played in their demise, I think that people should be nervous. And I just really feel
if they were educated, they'd realize is that black people, well, I shouldn't say no. Black people have allowed themselves to be part of white groups who tell them this will be good for you, and it never turns out to be.
Those are the politicians, though. Those are the black politicians. Black people ain't getting that same treatment.
No.
Exactly. Because black people are going to be like, so you took that deal?
Right.
Like, so you were the person that agreed to screw us all because you agreed with these white people?
But sometimes, as I say, it's numbers. And
I'm not debating it.
You can't beat the numbers.
If you ain't got a record of fighting.
As you know, in Springfield, there's all these white people on the right, and then there's on the left, there's a whole mixture. But
so basically, we can't get nothing done. We shouldn't participate.
Is when the white people decide this is good for white people, both sides vote together.
I'm suggesting right now that the Black Caucus. So essentially, you're saying what I said. It really is no point.
The Black Caucus. Who is the Black Caucus? And what are they supposed to do?
They're supposed to be representing our interests in spring at every level, right? So you got the Springfield Black Caucus, you got the City Black Caucus. I don't think there's really a Black Caucus at the county. Then you got this joint Black Caucus where and basically a caucus is when the black people or people of a group get together, so to vote or to talk and discuss on policies and move forward.
Well, how would the people in the Black Caucus know what to talk about on black people's behalf if they're not going out into the black people?
That's my point. They don't. No, but here's the thing.
But I don't know people. Well, I don't know all of them. I don't know most of them. But my assumption is they always have meetings and have people come through.
When they have meetings, they're not visual and saying, how can you be a group of people who don't go and talk to the people that you represent?
No. I mean, the meetings are in their districts or wards or whatever.
And to my point, who are they? Like, I don't know who represents me in the Black Caucus.
What ward do you live in?
I live in the 20th ward.
So
who represents me?
You probably are represented either by Cam Buckner or Sonia Harper. My guess is Cam Buckner because you're on this side of Washington Park. And
so that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I don't know that that's what they do.
That's my point.
And that's my point. I think that's what I'm saying as a person who wants to be involved. And I'm a part of my neighborhood watch. I want to be involved, but for me, I think if you're going to be the Black Caucus,
state reps and state
social media is any kind of platform.
State reps and state senators are like your children. People don't pay any attention to them.
Well, you don't know to pay attention to them because they're not letting you know they need to be paid attention to.
I don't know. In my day, and my day was a long time ago.
Right.
We mailed all the time, so you would know.
I haven't got. I walk. Didn't I just tell you I love all my mail and I look at it?
Oh, you don't get nothing?
No, I'm just saying. Here's the thing.
I think I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying maybe they need to be another.
You shouldn't be. You should not be. There is no. Let me tell you.
I don't even read the mail I get from Marcus anymore.
And Marcus is probably doing it because he's on the program. Here's what I'm telling you. What I am Juan is telling you really the truth. Like most of the state reps and state senators want to stay anonymous. They don't want to be known because then they get to keep going to Erie Cafe. They get to do all the stuff and nobody says. So think about this. Think about all of the. It
goes against everything that I've ever learned.
So all of the community it does, but again, that's why Madigan makes sure they don't have a competition. It does go against everything that you learn because you learned from a black organization. Most of these Negroes have been put in spots by white folks or by the party, and they don't really want. Because then somebody's gonna ask them the question. Now, when you got somebody like Juan, right, and I would consider Juan informed. Right? I see you. I see some of the people you hang out with. Mm-hmm. Right? The elected officials have done a piss. The only time you get mail from elected officials is election time. They ain't mailing no damn newsletter. Now, everybody's got a Facebook newsletter to the 20 people that congratulate them. But again, we don't see the elected officials. And I'm telling you that what needs to happen is they need to not be anonymous. What needs to happen is you need to know, like they're just like they go to the mayor's house, right? Somebody needs to be standing in the front yard of your state rep and your state senator. Now that might be on your block, right, but they have to recognize. Like I feel like they need to start being nervous about black people. Yeah, like nobody is concerned about offending black people, disrespecting black people, and even the black people. So now, like. Somebody should be at their lawn. And if not, I don't know why we support a black speaker. Like, show me the black person that's got a black track record of working for black people out in the system that they at.
Because I think right now all of us are looking for a leader in our community. And I just think
you
don't even need mail because you can actually with social media pay a couple dollars just to actually hit the actual demographic of people that you're trying to hit. So if Cam or whoever you guys said wanted to reach out to me.
Well, everybody's not on social media though.
Well, they should be if they want to be able to get out to the community.
If you're an elected official, you should be.
No, not the elected official. I'm talking about the constituents.
No, I'm saying, well, you will be surprised how many people are on social media. Right. All I'm saying is I'm very engaged in social media. And if I'm not getting my mail, you should at least spend $20 to be able to say, come out, look at this Zoom call we're talking about. We want to hear from you. I've never seen that from someone you're saying from the Black Caucus. Not knocking them, but maybe that may be a thing they want to look at. Because they're not speaking on my behalf. They're speaking on their own agenda is how I look at it because you're not talking to us.
Thank you, Juan. You know what? I appreciate Juan just from the standpoint that we are political junkies. And so I think that was just a straight up breakdown. I
live in the greatest ward in the world, so it's different from where everybody else is.
I get you, and I think that's
awesome. I want that.
But I also think that you're plugged in. Like I feel like everybody doesn't have the time. Let me tell you, I don't need to talk to my alderman. Well, I talk to my alderman, but I don't need no time to talk to my alderman except for the stuff that the city does. I clean up my own front yard. I ain't asking them to come. Just do what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. But what I am going to, and my alderman, I'll tell you, he's like, you got 20 different community groups. Every one of them got their newsletter, every community meeting, all of that. I'm not tripping. Mm-hmm. What I am suggesting is a lot of our elected officials prefer the anonymity. I would love to collect 70 grand and just go to places where people like me, and go to places where, like, of course I'm gonna go to the senior home, because I always go to the senior home. I'm not gonna go to the taxpayer or the person who is like, yo man, we trying to figure this whole thing out. And
I go to my house, and sometimes I'm not even sure about that.
See,
I just feel like if you have a problem being uncomfortable, being right, and being bold, then you shouldn't be in that position.
but the whole point is, they put them there to not be bold, to keep them
I
out.
would say it's like playing basketball on your home court. You always do better when it's the home crowd who's cheering you on.
And I'm suggesting that give the home crowd, hit some damn baskets, and we'll cheer. But if you ain't got no baskets, if we got goose eggs, if you are telling me that I gotta read in the paper $60 million a month from the cannabis industry, and we got none on a blank piece of paper. You wrote, there was a blank piece of paper.
So shouldn't the Black Caucus have something for the community to talk about the cannabis industry?
They might have, I don't know.
Exactly.
No, they
come
did.
in your mail?
They did. No, they did. They did.
Where?
Zoom meeting.
They did. Let me tell you what they do.
But who did they reach out to? That's what I'm asking.
They reach out. Here's what happens. They set up a Zoom call for 500 people. Everybody gets on the Zoom call, and then they put a bunch of experts, because what they know to do is to call the agency head here, the agency head here. They talk. Then they're like, oh, we're out of time, and so now we've got to go. And then here's what the other thing is. So now what you're seeing is there's a reflexive action, because we ain't got no economic part of the cannabis. So now what you see is the reaction where they're all trying to do, well, the tax money is we're going to give this community service organization a $10 million, or we're going to give this group $1 million, and went off the cannabis receipts. No, stop giving me freaking fish. I want to fish. Now, I'm saying all of this to say that as this casino bill comes around, Black Caucus, you already put up a 0. You already put up a goose egg on cannabis. And I don't care what you call it. If you gave the white boys a $300 million head start, that ain't going to help us keep up.
Is there a Black Caucus social media page?
Yeah, they do. No, they do. It's probably the one in Chicago was white. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
No.
I'm just asking. Like,
that was a big thing.
Like, is there a Black Caucus? How do you keep up? Like, how many of them is it?
22.
Yeah, like.
Oh no, I mean, well, I had a when I was the executive director, they had a Facebook page, and I think they did.
Like, if they said follow us, the Black Caucus, you would follow them.
No, they wouldn't want you to follow, because then you're gonna be like, what the hell are y'all doing?
Well, that's what we want to know now.
See. I'm just telling you. I mean, I want to know what the Black Caucus, the Joint Black Caucus, the Chicago Black Caucus. I'm saying,
I've been hearing Black Caucus for years, and the only time I knew Black Caucus was when you were there.
Party.
Well,
They would have more power if they were more.
If they had more people.
Can I tell you what?
Well, yeah, they would, but if they would do what you're suggesting and kind of get out in the public, so the public would know.
No, because we want that.
Can I tell you this though? Can I tell you what the most successful black politicians say about the Black Caucus?
What?
If you want to be successful in Springfield, don't mess with them Negroes. Straight up, I'm telling you. I am telling you that and if you pay attention to the people that have climbed up the ladder, they really ain't been with the Black Caucus. The Black Caucus.
Are they powerless?
No,
they're not powerless. They have been bred to believe that their power is in wagging a finger, not passing legislation. Like they will check you.
Right.
I feel like the Black Caucus is good. Like they are like they gonna give you some head snaps. Right. Don't you dare, and we gonna stand up. But when you talk about the safety net, right, and they'll tell you about how they saved the safety net, but we saw what happened with COVID, right? So all these black hospitals didn't get no resources, no nothing.
And let me ask you that with COVID. Why is it only COVID testing? I was just talking to Todd about this. Why is it only COVID testing in the black neighborhoods, but in the white neighborhoods there's COVID antibody and COVID testing, and it's free?
Because you black.
I'm just
Because you're black. Because again, no, but check this out, one. So there's a Black Caucus. We have the most black elected officials in the whole entire country in this state. This is the worst state for black people, period. why am I voting for a black anything? Like, why do I feel like, do we need to talk to white people and say, hey, white people, at least you can respect us and leverage us. All right, it's time for Tell Me Something Good, because y'all done made me
Yeah,
mad.
I need to hear something
But there is a disconnect from
Black Caucus. If y'all need my help, let me know.
Look, why I'm trying to pitch.
I'm just trying to know. Like, we need help. We need help as black people. You need what? I mean, I'll help y'all figure out how to get y'all web pages or whatever.
Nah, cause then okay, y'all, let me stop. Hey, y'all, talk to my girl, cousin Juan. She want to help y'all out. All right, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. It's time for Tell Me Something Good Friday. I think we just gonna blow straight through, Sonia. Let's blow straight through, cause we done talk. We done. This was a good one. See, Juan, just think if you would have been on time the first 3 days. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna start with Tell Me Something Good Friday, and I want to tell you all that there is COVID testing today at Park Manor Church.
Park Manor, that sounds familiar.
83rd and King, I think it is. Park Manor. They are having free COVID testing from 10 to 4. I don't know about the antibody testing. Juan around here sending tests around and stuff.
Oh yeah, I sent you my test to let you know.
I was like, all right, okay, you know, I'm
I like
telling
that
you. Hey y'all, but I also want to point out that let me let you all know that today at 1 o'clock I said what I said. Herb and Tucson, shout out to them. What's in it for the Black People Radio is blowing up. Don't forget the first of the month we got a lot more shows coming up. I want to send a big shout out though, because we have unlocked some keys and the stars. A lot of people have been sending stars as a way to support us. I told y'all I was asking y'all to help us support stars so we could get a video screen. If you are watching Facebook Live right now and you see the smoke in the background, that's not actually my cousin, that's me. That's the video back there. Yeah, check it out. But the video screen is in here. The studios are getting better every single day, but it would not happen without the people that have been contributing us the stars. So I got to start with my girl Nidra Williams, who gave us 15,925 stars this week. Got to say what's up to my man Mike Brown with 14,300. Don't forget 14,300. Y'all got to check out Mike Brown's show, Triggered. Woo, Mike, I'm going to tell you. Mike Brown's show, Triggered. Mike put up some ugly numbers. We might have to get Mike on.
About a horse?
Nah, his show is about them things, them pistols.
Oh.
It was Chicago style. Shout out to Demetrius Thomas. Hey, y'all, can I ask y'all a question? Mike, I was listening to Mike's show this week, and he said he was more worried about Demetrius than somebody. You know any white people named Demetrius?
Yes, some Greeks.
Dimitri, not Demetrius. Dimitri.
Oh. No.
All right, shout out to my girl Tiger Lily with 9,500 stars. To my beautiful, lovely wife, President Carrie K. Steele. My boy C. Sadiq Colquitt, 6,400. Tori Barrett. What? Hey y'all, Tori. Hey Tori, we coming to put our feet on the couch, man. We want some supper. We want some dinner with our supper club. All right, shout out to Angela Kilpatrick, Intwa Dumela. To my boy Vince Bass. Hey, shout out to DB Digby and everybody over at the Woodlawn doing their thing. Maisie Nicole. Shout out to Christopher Divine, Nanette Doreen, Connie Brickhouse, Susan Nyblack, Moni Robinson Weaver, Felicia Simmons Stovall, Daryl Roddy, Sarah, you know what y'all, Sarah E. Mickens, Tamiko Hope, my president, Brian Hudson, T. Renee, Audrey Tanksley, Oriel James, Everett Myrick, Sharon Ugochi. Sharon Ugochi be every day hitting us up like, Brother Mays, Sharon, I appreciate you every single day. Shout out to Bryant Lamar, Adrian Anderson, Craig Nash, Maisie Harris, Naima Dawson, Big Brother King, Mufasa Red, Stephen Hodo, Chess, etc., Sharon Holman Mayfield, Artie Richardson, Donald Harris, not Kamala's daddy, Raymond Hubbard, Marvin Bell, Diane Scott. Shout out to David Turner, Kenny Cool, Maria Munoz, Dorothea Friend, Kathy Wiley, Donnell Craig. Hey Todd, I might have to make a whole page about the people sending us this love. Hey y'all, but I'm gonna tell you, it's been a great week. I love being here with my family. Todd, what you got? Tell me something good.
I made a play date with the Tysons, so Hans and I are gonna go play golf with Lance and his son.
Oh, straight up shout. Hey Lance, my damn contract, dude. Shout out to Lance Tyson, man. You know, have you ever been out to lunch with Lance? Lance,
yes, I have.
Lance is louder than me. Like I'd be like, Lance, I'm right here, man.
No, that can't be possible.
Oh no, it's possible.
Not at all.
I'd be like, Lance, I'm right here. You over here talking smack?
I'm just saying. And my forehead cover, so you can't.
Look, she got the swoop. She got the swoop.
I actually did it last night because when I woke up, I
did you tie it with a wrap?
Yeah.
You tied it on tight. All right, Juan, talk to me. What you got? Tell me something good.
I'm actually having a chill weekend. I'm actually very proud that I worked with my friend Megan, and we did a task force, and we were able to work with the re-entry for my industry, events industry.
Okay.
And now we're working and doing a lot of stuff with the state to try to see getting some grant money and stuff like that.
I saw that, Juan. I saw that. I'm proud of you. You know what? See, this is what I like about Juan. Like Juan, you know, I'd be talking smack. Juan be like, I have seen Juan grow quickly. Mm-hmm. By taking these opportunities and using it's like what we want to do. Like that's why I told you, like I said, hey, if you ain't planning the gala,
right,
if your relationships ain't turning you into one of the powerhouses in the entertainment industry, then you don't really need them relationships. Right. So they better get their ass to work, because I need some work. I was talking to somebody that you know.
Who?
I went out to have a cup of coffee with Skinny Sheehan the other day.
Skinny Sheehan.
He actually is the guy who runs the March of Dimes, the Special Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
He actually Skinny is right across the street. You know his office is right across the street. Him and Tom Gray.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah.
So shout out to my girl Juan. Hey y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Black people, I want to start a gaming movement. Like I want to put together a group, and I'm saying like, let's buy low and get in the game. But I'm saying we can't let them have a casino without us getting something. Mm-hmm. Right. Like I'm saying, like y'all shouldn't let the mayor, y'all shouldn't let the Black Caucus. Nobody comes by here. I'm saying, y'all realize that a casino is worth billions of dollars.
It is.
And right now, we just saw in the paper the white boys took $175 million a year in sweepstakes out of our neighborhoods.
Right. In
pennies, nickels, and dimes. Right. That's good. That's a great starting point for black people. How about this? How about instead of black folks being reactionary, how about black folks say, let's be proactive in creating some millionaires? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Because all we got is us. And it's like, if you can't see black folks being rich, if you are black and you can't see nobody black being money, if you just happy, but it ain't no, can I tell y'all, it's no fun being the only person at the party with some money.
No, it shouldn't be. Yeah,
it's no fun. It is. It's no fun, when you got I want black people eating. And I'm saying right now, we seeing people get paid. I don't want our money to come in violence prevention dollars. I want our money to come in straight capital. I don't want no social service. I want to fish. Sonia Escobar, you're on the Maze Jackson show every day because you run the show. So Sonia, what you got? What you got to tell me something good? I am. Oh, y'all. Okay, I'm just telling y'all now. It's taking everything I got not to break the news. It is, because I'm just telling y'all, the way digital programming will be consumed, I think we're going to obliterate radio. I think we're going to change the game starting September 1st. I'm telling y'all now. First of all, we're already reaching 50,000 people a week. Like, quantifiable. Now, I'm going to tell you that already puts us in the space of the largest black media outlets as it is. Now, I'm not talking about hypothetical. I'm talking about hard numbers. I'm going to tell you, be part of the team, be part of the movement, because I'm telling you, with these advertisers coming in, right? Shout out to Willie Wilson, first person on the game. Shout out to Secure Home Automation. Shout out to Nidra Williams and Solo Beauty Supply. To
Nidra Beauty Supply at?
8158 South Cottage Grove. And I'm gonna tell you, it's black owned.
Nice.
So you
for black owned.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. She got something for you. She get your forehead together. She got your forehead.
Y'all can't see May's forehead. She's still trying to get the lighting and the contrast together.
I got a little shine. I got a little shine. Yeah. You know what? I need I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do this weekend. I think I have run myself ragged.
It looks great. I came here. Remember, I came a couple
Mhm.
weeks ago. You guys have done a great job.
Thank you.
Great
It's going
Great
to
job.
it's going to get better. Y'all know I put the TV up myself.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I put. You know how hard it is
You
trying to
might
get.
want to check it before you leave. Before you see
Hey,
the door.
first of all, I was. Let me tell you
You
what.
see, he paid somebody to do the grass now. So,
Look, when I came in, actually, just so you know, growing up in Bolingbrook, we learned how to use tools.
Well, that was a long time ago.
I know. I'm telling you, I can wire your house if you need me to. If you need me to paint, if you
couldn't
need
get
me
that
to.
coloring right though.
No, I'm not a lighting guy. But next time we're gonna broadcast it on your forehead and then I got it right. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I just want to sit still this weekend. Like I honestly, like I'm gonna spend some time with my wife, but I feel like this weekend is the weekend. I have run every single day for y'all. Oh wait, I got somebody want to tell me something good on the live line.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to the live line. Hello. Ooh, don't tell me they hung me up.
Right here.
Caller. Good morning.
Actually, I was on the floor about the question about the tweet case. And the fact of the matter is, Maze, again, my name is Hope. This is an industry that, no, we cannot get into it. Realize that it was a pre-existing industry that was run by the mob, better known as the video gaming industry. It was all over the suburban areas of Chicago. How do I know that? Well, in a major criminal case that was brought by the federal government against the mob, I was brought in by the mobster's attorney to question their calculation of the amount of the crime. In doing so, I got to know all the equipment that they had in all the various areas, and my contention was the amount of crime wasn't quite the amount that the government said. So the two major mobsters got out of prison. One died 2 weeks later. But this industry was owned by the mob. It was a case of being legitimized by the written into law by the legislatures, and of course the mob ran it, and now they've sold it. They made the money. No, we're not getting into it.
So let me ask a question, Hope. So if I found the gap, like can we bring it out of can we buy a stake and bring it out of the shadows? Right? Like my thing is take it away from the mob and bring it to black folks.
Well, again, you led into your good news segment. Well, yes, we can do that with casinos. We can do that with the video industry. We can purchase shares on the open market to get involved in it. But we got to do it as a block, and once you do it as a block, you got to register with the SEC. And
so, Hope,
again,
let me say this, bro.
Hope need to be on your
No, Hope, I need you, dog. We need you. Hope, don't you get Hope? Hope, I got your number. We're gonna talk to you. Let me tell you what, like this. I believe that quiet as it's kept. I feel like we should just. Dang, actually, it's pretty dope that Hope knows what's going on with that. I think we should not be scared of the hard work that comes with that if it's going to lead to the promised land. Hey, y'all, this has been the Maze Jackson Show.
It's over.
Look at that. See, you could have been here all week.
You know what Hope was talking about actually goes back to like jukeboxes and vending machines. It's kind of been a mob thing.
So how about we make the new black mob then, and let's eat in our own neighborhoods. So for my co-host Todd Stroger, don't be laughing at us. I'm not funny. This is not a joke. This is not a game. For Miss Sonia Escobar, the musical conductor of the Soul Plane, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Have a good weekend, guys.
AM 1570 WBGX Harvey, Chicago.
Looking at this generation. All right. Good show, man. That time went fast. While you was dogging people, talking about some.
Who was I dogging?
Talking about some. That's it. You. Don't get me started.
So she'll have. Tell her stuff has been sanitized back.
Thank you, Juanita.
I gotta start drinking my alcohol.
Actually, so I wipe down every day in between every show with the anti.
You're all right.